Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Who's that over there? There's somebody in my screen. What's going on? Who is that?
It's me.
It's Beth.
I snuck in.
How'd you get in here? I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Beth.
I am so glad to be here. I'm just tickled pink. I'm happy, ready to go, ready
So,
to
for
go.
anyone who's wondering, well, who's Beth? Beth is Happy Place Crafting. She's usually over in the chat, but today she's in my craft room. She's at the craft table. She's not in my craft room. I wish she was. Oh my goodness. But
Yeah, that
close
would be really
enough,
cool.
virtually here.
That would be very cool. But this is better than nothing, right?
Yes, it is. I will take it any day
Yeah,
of the
me
week. I
too.
will take this.
Me too.
I'm going to give everyone a moment to join. Oh, they're coming in now. They're coming in hot. Hi, Katie.
That's my daughter. Katie's my daughter.
Oh my gosh. I love your mom. I bet you do too. Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, I messaged them this morning really early. They probably were asleep. And I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm going to be on Bitty Penny this morning. And it's kind of a big deal. So it'd be nice if you supported me.
Oh, hey, Lisa G. That's so sweet. Well, Katie, thanks for coming in and supporting your mama. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, is green like crooked?
Probably
Just
mine is. I'm sure mine is. I know my journal is crooked on my screen. Hey, Linda G.
Oh, hi, Linda.
I'm going to let everybody kind of come in and then we'll really get started here. Oh, I was just asking about Sophie, and I was finding out Sophie has been busy with finals and tests and isn't in summer yet. I'm in Texas, and we've been on summer break for this is our first week, full week. Hey, Kim. Hey, Angie.
Yeah, my grandkids, they're on summer break too. It's just Sophie.
Poor thing.
It's
Poor
just
thing.
Sophie. Yeah, she's the only one, but she's only got Monday, so she can survive. She's supposed
She's
to go
got
Tuesday.
this.
Yeah, she's supposed to go Tuesday, but she doesn't have any exams that day, so she doesn't have to go. So Monday will be her last day.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the last day of school is always fun. My daughter came home with her entire leg signed with Sharpie. I was like, "Oh boy." Um, I forgot to buy a yearbook. So she's like, "Well, I like this shirt. I didn't want them to sign it. So I let them sign my leg." Okay, great.
Oh,
This is great. And in a slightly panicked voice, "Did a boy sign your leg?" "No, I would not let a boy touch my leg." "Okay, great. We're good here. The questions are over."
that reminds me of when I was in high school. We used to like take pen right on our jeans, but
Oh
my mom
yeah.
hated it. Yeah, and so I would get home from school and I would hurry up and take my jeans off and put them in the washing machine to wash. And like blue pen came out easier than the black pen did, so we used to try to use the blue pen.
Just
But I don't,
add
I
some
don't want
layers to the acid wash.
to, right? Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Hey, Catherine. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Vicky. She said, "Good morning. So excited
What?
for you ladies and what we will learn." Well, we're not necessarily teaching, but you might still learn something.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not really a teacher. I'm still learning.
Uh, but hey, Vicky, we're glad you're here. So we're glad everybody's here. Let's get this party started. Beth, did you get a drink? I'm having my green tea.
Yeah, I got my it's Pepsi Zero. It doesn't
Oh,
taste that great.
yum.
But yeah, it's not
I
too
love
bad.
Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi girl in a Coke world.
Right.
Okay, I brought out Madeline because I bought this from Beth. I harassed her repeatedly until she would sell it to me. No, well, kind of. Um, but I tried to be very nice about it. I haven't written in her yet because I treasure her so much, but I want you to see Beth's handiwork in case you don't know, in case you're not over at Mindless Crafting. Nope, not Mindless Crafting. Happy Place Crafting. You
It's a
should
little bit
be if you
mindless
like
too.
junk journals. You gotta watch Beth. Um, we've done a flip through of this before, and I adore this journal so much. I love Madeline, and this is like grown up Madeline. That was the vibe that I got from it. It's like the kid inside of me who loved Madeline, and now I'm a big girl now. And I just love everything about this journal, Beth. I think it's a
Aw.
masterpiece. So I wanted to show everybody in case they didn't know how you get down, they could kind of see how Beth gets down. So
Aw, so much.
I love it so
She was
much.
fun. She was a lot of fun to make, Madeline was, for sure.
Well, now it's in a home that where it's a treasure. It's a treasure.
Right, and I wouldn't have let her go just to anybody, you know that.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, she was a lot of work, so I would not have let her go, but because it was you and I just love you, I was like, "Okay, I'll let her go."
I'm so
I
honored.
knew she would be loved.
Yes. And appreciated. Like I know what went into that, and it's amazing. So I'm gonna say hi to a few more people over here. Hi, Elena. Hey, John. Oh, we hope Linda's feeling better today. Sadie, well, this must be another daughter.
Yeah, that's my other daughter.
Oh, I love it. Hi, Sadie. Katie's here. Sister's in the house. Sophie's
Right?
sleeping. She's a teenager. She should be.
Right.
She's working way too hard. Hi,
Yeah.
Jill. You would think we're playing a game, right? I did go and
Yeah.
buy these deck of cards last night at Dollar General. They were a dollar each. Can't beat that. Not even at the Dollar Tree. Um, and okay, so what we're doing today, Beth and I were chatting yesterday, and I was like, hey, very last minute, you want to come on with me tomorrow? And then we weren't sure what we were going to do. And I was like, oh, I can put some things, do the whole thing where we draw a number. And then you said something about prompts.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
I
we
said
started,
how much I love prompts lately. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I know you've been getting prompts from Diane. I'm sure she'll be here.
Yeah, I
If she's not
have.
already asleep, bless her heart. Saturdays are probably rough for her.
Yeah, probably. But I said, "Oh, I think I said told you that I was looking on Amazon for prompt cards
Yeah.
for
And I
like."
was like, well,
Yeah.
let's make them.
Yeah. Yeah. So why not?
So I have some that I've made. I have a video on this. I base these are my craft roulette deck. So I have a crafty deck of cards here. It's for craft roulette. So it has project cards, and I just used like regular old paper, like scrapbook paper, patterned paper, and I wrote things down. So we have project, colors, element, and random. So what I did is if you're looking for prompts, and whether you're a card maker or a junk journaler, I think you could use craft roulette prompts. Um, they have over 200 list of prompts. Yes. Like you will be looking for days, but it's great. It's like card with folds. A lot of the projects are going to be kind of card based, but you could change that. If you want to do your project, you could do like accordion journal or ephemera or whatever you want, pockets. So you can make it your own. And then there's colors. And I love the way Mary does colors. So it's like fruit, dreamy, sunny days, 1950s, theater, succulent garden, fungi. I love these. So, and what's fun is when you're cherry picking, you can pick the elements you want and leave out the ones you don't want. Element, large flowers, pictures in the sky, season. I just picked whatever. Mel. And then random metallic or foil, wood, white dots, feather, tone on tone, wrap. you get the drill. Okay, so this is one place where you can get prompts is Craft Roulette, and y'all know I'm a huge Craft Roulette fan. So I have a Craft Roulette deck that I made, but you can, if you're a junk journal girly or dude, you can also go to Meg Journals, Rach and Bella Crafts, and Dawn, our friend Dawn, the Crafty Visage. She does Yahtzee. So she does like
Oh,
some kind of art Yahtzee, right?
yeah, she does.
And so you could go and look on her channel and look for Art Yahtzee. Miss Diane has, I think, a big glass jar or something of prompts.
Mhm. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pulling from they pull,
So,
like, every week. Yeah.
yeah. So, Diane, if you want to throw your weekly prompts in the chat, we'll take them. So the sources you can source prompts from other places or you can just make it your own. You don't have to source them from other places. If y'all remember, I was on Pinterest looking around and I loved some artists who had taken like um, cards. I didn't have any at the time, but now I do. And they had like created basically a story across a number of cards, however many cards they wanted. But it was like if they were mounted together, it would have kind of created a scene or a story. And I just love that because I love storytelling in my crafts. Anyway, so yeah, I went and got some cards, but you don't have to do this. Just like how on these, you can use scrapbook paper. It looks like Beth has cards.
I do. I have a deck of cards.
Woohoo! Those look like they're well played. I like
Yeah,
that.
they are. These are older ones. I was like, "These aren't the ones I was looking for." I couldn't find the ones I was looking for, so I just went to where I keep the cards and that we play with, and I was like,
And
"I'll
you're
just
like,
grab
I'll
one for
replace
you."
them later.
Right, yep. Nobody uses these anyway. I think I will borrow these.
Exactly. No one's going to miss them before you can
Right,
replace them.
right. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah, Jill, the view today, because I'm not techie, can only be vertical. So sorry about that. I wish I was willing to do more, but I'm not. I'm sorry. So, um, these aren't the droids you're looking for. Hey, Debbie J. Hey, Maddie. Hi, Karen McCoy. Diane, I don't know if I said a proper hello. Good day, mate. And hey, Flo and Susan Chamberlain. Good afternoon to you. I'm not stopping the chat. I'm not stopping the chat.
We'll keep up with it. We can do it. Although yours is a lot busier than mine is, so
Let's see if that helped the echo. Did that help the echo, y'all? Is there an echo? Because that's not cool. Oh, I hate techie stuff.
yeah, and I
Hopefully,
told
there's not an echo.
I don't normally use the phone mic, so I don't even know how to fix it if there is.
What I might do is put my headphones on. Hello. Hey, Flo. Hi, Heidi Robbins. Hi, Christine G. Okay, so in the chat. Okay, I don't know about you, Beth. Did you do some like random ideas on your prompts last night? I did. This is how far I got.
Wait, how far did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I had to go party with my family.
Okay, I this is my list that I came up with last night by pulling stuff from other people's stuff. I'm like, this kind of works. So I kind of liked some of these. So I was like, these, and they would definitely work. My deck has to work for junk journaling, and because
Right.
I don't make that many cards anymore. I have so many cards. So I'm like, yeah, I've got to make it work for junk journaling. And so I tried to just find creative ones. Um, kind
I'm
of
going to
arty
be
ones.
taking some of your ideas and then writing them on my paper and then Oh my gosh, yeah, Beth actually did the work. I went to the arcade. Um,
Well, yours sounds like more fun than mine. No fair, but I'll let you copy off my paper.
Yay, I get to cheat. And then anybody in the chat is we love to hear some of your ideas too. And then we're actually going to start making ourselves a crafty deck of cards. Okay. So just so y'all know, I'm going to let her go first. I'm going to cheat and fill in my list a little bit. Hi, Dorothy.
Well, and these are only like because I was kind of thinking if you're gonna do them, you need like almost categories, right? Because you could do like a category of colors, and you
Mm-hmm.
could do like action things like stamping or embossing and things like that. And I didn't put any of those on here, so like the list could be huge, actually.
Yeah. So we could do categories like you could do like a theme, color, um, technique. You could have a technique one. So
Yeah,
would embossing and stamping fall under technique? Maybe.
yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Um yeah, I like technique. Uh-huh. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
think that's
this.
one. I think color
Um
should be one and technique should be another one. Um,
yeah. You could even categorize it by like yeah, there's so many options. And I haven't given it a lot of junk journal thought, but I do like to do the junk journal July and junk journal January. Um, that Meg hosts every year, and I have one of my journals here. And so I have one of her list. This was junk journal January 2022. So she puts out these little prompts, and you can get them on her Instagram. And she just does one a day. So she has things like new beginnings, little moments, torn edges, stickers, fabric, inspiration, positive vibes, florals, sepia, pop of color. So hers seemed to be just a mixture. So you could just make a list and do a mixture. Oh, there's my sepia. That was so fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I looked her up after you told me about her last night, but I was having a hard time finding like a list of her stuff. But you can't, I did notice that you can subscribe to her email
Uh huh.
and like her email list, and then she sends you like prompts through the email. Like she sends them to everybody, which I thought was kind of a cool idea too.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
to
And I
get
know that
prompts
she's
that
kind of
way.
getting away from doing, I guess she's not going to do the junk journal July and January anymore. And she's going to do prompts more frequently, just like little prompts here and there throughout her email list or something.
Right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was looking, I didn't know about her. So when you mentioned her last night, I looked her up and I was like, okay, another person that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like her. I like Meg. She's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
what's your list, Beth?
Okay, I've got vintage, stamping, like add some stamping, use something a forgotten supply that kind of like goes along with something Di does on her Thursdays. Sparkle,
Ooh.
collage. Yeah, sparkle. Gotta do. I knew you'd like that one. Collage. That was another one I thought of you.
Yeah, I have that
Um,
one.
jelly plate.
Oh,
Um,
jelly plate. Like that.
yeah. Um, washi tape, because goodness knows we all have washi tape that we need to use in our lives.
Yes.
Um, monochrome. That might be kind of a cool one.
Oh, like that. I think I'm gonna add sepia because that was fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Um, doodle patterns.
Oh, doodle's good.
Yeah. Um, I suppose you could add Zentangle too if
Yeah.
you want to do
Doodle
that.
slash tangle.
Yeah. Um, watercolor, because that
Yep.
seems to be really popular with people right now. Um, you could use your favorite color combination. Like if you
Mm.
have two colors you like, or three colors or whatever. Circles and dots.
Oh,
Thought that
that's
might be a fun
good.
one. Napkin,
Oh,
because
that's a good one.
yeah, we all have tons of those too, usually. Um, Tissue paper, you could do that. Texture, that's kind of a broader one.
I like it though because you can get texture from lots of places, embossing folders, paste,
Yeah, yeah, the paste. I was thinking kind of about
lace.
that. Envelope.
Oh,
I bet
that's
you
a
have
good one.
that one. Pocket.
Mhm.
This one came from one that recycled item
Oh, I
because
like that.
yeah,
Hello, junk journaling.
right, yeah. Because I was like, gosh, I have all this stuff. I really need to be using it. Geometric
Like that.
quote.
Ooh, love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Stencil and magazine clipping, but that could actually kind of go with collage, maybe. But
Well, no, I like it
okay,
because I think of collage as a technique, but
yeah,
magazine
that's
clipping
true.
would be more of a supply.
Yeah, yeah, because a master board is kind of a collage, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and that's not really using any necessarily
Masterboard would be a
using
good
magazine.
one though, too.
Yeah, it would be a good one.
I just added it.
Yeah, I mean, like think of it. I think it's endless, right? Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you could get your inspirations from anywhere, really.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, Dawn's firing off with some ideas. Hi,
Uh-oh.
Carmina. So good to
Ooh,
see you, darling. And
that's exciting.
my prompts are in my studio and I'm in bed. I'm not going. Don't you dare get out of bed, Diane. We can all check your channel. You stay cozy and warm. I put my foot down. Oh, I love it. I love it. If you're comfy, don't move. That's right, Flo. Thanks.
Right.
Flo knows. Don't do it. Hi, Karen. Let's see. Fibers.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like that.
that's
I wrote that one down too.
I like that too. Paste and stencils. Yes. So some of the ones that I have that you didn't mention was torn paper,
I like that.
brads or eyelets.
I like that too.
I had stamping collage and watercolor, so we were on I had pockets, so I don't need that one down there. Okay. I did movies and music because sometimes I just get so inspired by like film and songs, lyrics of a song, things like that. And then that was it. And then I went to the arcade and wasted a bunch of money. So that's as far as I got. Ooh, Dawn, music, paper, and
Yeah, that's good.
maps.
That's good too.
I'm adding it. Well, this is fun because now I'm gonna have kind of like a junk journal deck, and then I have my
A
craft
card.
roulette for my card deck.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
And I kind of like now the fact that I was so insistent on picking up the deck of cards because they're a different size, but I can store them with my craft roulette cards in this little box
I know. I love that box.
and stay organized.
I
So I
need
can
that
have
box.
my junk journal set and my card making set all in one big happy place. I like
Right?
this. I like where this is going.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
All right, well, let's do this thing. Is
Okay.
you know, everyone just use what you have. You don't have to go buy anything.
Right. I mean, you could just use all the millions of pieces of cardstock that we have that are scrap.
Exactly. That's what we were saying yesterday. It's like, I really don't need to go buy a deck of cards because we have 4,000 sheets of paper in our craft rooms. But,
Right.
oh,
Right.
paper dolls. That would be a fun one. Let me add
Oh,
that
that would be
one.
fun. I need to add that one because I have a lot of those and I don't use them enough.
I saw it because I've had some that were I have some cut apart over here. Um, I just saw little legs hanging out and was like, "Oh, yeah, paper dolls." I did some surgery on some of mine. I have a
Okay.
half of paper dolls.
Well, whatever works. I think I'm gonna cut these down. So I kind of liked the way you did it with the oh, I'm not gonna use the Joker though. With the other deck that you did by cutting the square and then having the name, like on the bottom or whatever. I thought that was kind
Uh-huh.
of a cool idea. So I think I'm gonna borrow that from you and do
Yeah,
it.
and then in the top right corner, I kind of put the categories. So project,
Yeah.
random, whatever. Um,
Yeah, I like that a lot. Except I'm
yeah.
not gonna write mine because my handwriting is horrible.
You can
I'm gonna
always type it out and print it
That's
and
what I'm
add it
gonna do.
later.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type the list out and then I'll add those later. So, and I just pulled some papers that I had printed. So, and I think this is a regular card is, I think I measured it. It was 2.5 inches. Yeah, just about. Well, not quite actually. It's actually 1, 2, 2 and 3/8 actually. Ugh, that's not a good. It's not good. I don't like it when it gets to those kind of measurements.
No.
Let's just
Well, this is
pull the
another great
bottom.
way to use the ATCs because you can get 12 ATCs per 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So this would be another really good project to use up those ATC cards too.
Yeah, it would. I think I'm gonna make it 2.25. Let's see how that's gonna look. We will see if it's gonna be too small. No, it'll actually be fine. It'll have a little bit of a border. You're tearing your paper, ma'am. That's
Yeah,
pretty
this one's
cool.
going to be the torn paper.
I loved when you did the torn paper the other day. I'm like, I'm gonna do a journal page that's like that because I just thought it was a
Ooh,
really
yeah.
cool look. I'm like, I think I can use that for a journal page.
Which I know you and I were talking about craft roulette, and you were saying, "Oh, yeah, sometimes I want to use those prompts to do a journal page." You can totally do that. I've only done it once, but yeah, it's completely fine. Mary's so open to it. Um,
Yeah, I guess I haven't because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I try to be cautious of that. But if she doesn't care, I think it'd be kind of fun to do it.
oh
They
yeah, no,
won't always.
she will never dampen anybody's creativity. That's one of the things. I mean, there's a million things I love about Mary, but that's one of them. Like she's all for the creative expression. If you can explain it and you can make sense of it for others, then you can do it.
She's so sweet.
I know. I am so excited about our trip and going to Paper Ganza. Like, I can't even. So
Now,
excited.
they're gonna film there or no?
I'm going to be a little correspondent
That's really cool.
and I'm going to interview people and talk to people, which is, I love to talk. So
That's
she
kind of
found the
fun.
right person for the job.
That's very cool. That'll be really fun. Totally fun.
Definitely found the right person.
What's going on in the chat? It's cold and windy in Cleveland.
Oh, sounds delightful.
It's a little bit windy here, but it's not that bad today, actually. At least the sun's kind of out today, where it hasn't been in days.
Yeah, it's been really overcast here too, which I don't mind. Okay, one card down.
I mind because I am solar motivated. And so
Uh,
if
so
the
is
sun
my
are out,
husband's.
I am messed up. Then I'm sleeping. I want to take a nap.
Oh my gosh, I almost knocked my favorite brayer into the abyss of the unknown. Oh, I just saved it. Thank goodness.
Katie, you should for sure figure out how to use your Cricut. And if you have any questions, call me because I will help you. She has a Cricut Maker 3 that she's never ever used.
Oh, wow.
I know.
You can do it, Katie.
I know. She's just finally getting her kid. Well, she has my grandkids, all three of them. So, and they're like
A
stair step.
handful.
Yeah. And they're all still young. So it's
Yeah,
hard to do that kind of stuff when your kids are really young.
100%.
So, they're just
Um,
finally getting to the age where she can do a little bit more stuff without them.
yeah, I did crafting when my kids were young for my sanity. Um, I was dealing with a lot of PTSD at the time. So it was therapy for me 100%, but it wasn't always easy. I just basically back then I had the opposite schedule that I have now. I would stay up late and craft when they went to bed.
Hmm.
That was the only way to fit it in.
It's a pretty good idea, though. Yeah, I think when my kids were smaller, I stayed up later. I always wondered
Mhm.
that about my mom. I always thought my mom was always the last one to go to bed, and she was the first one up in the morning. And I'm like, when does she sleep? You know? But
True. My mom would go to bed early, but my mom would wake up in the middle of the night, eat, and watch all the shows my dad never wanted to watch. Um,
oh,
so she, well, it was like Madonna's Truth or Dare and all these like racy things. And he was like, no, like, and nobody could watch it. Kids couldn't watch it. So I would always bust her in the middle of the night up eating and watching her shows and doing her own thing. That's when she found her time.
yeah, you just got to find it when you can, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you do have to find it or you will go crazy. So,
Yes. Well, it
yeah.
was funny because I tried to revert back to like jewelry making, but I was like hammering on metal and soldering, which is not good for anybody. And I was like, you know what? This is not going to work for me. And that's how I got into card making. Desperation.
Well, it's not a very loud craft either.
Right. And what's good about it is you can start and stop a project. Like you can make a card in 30 minutes and feel like you did something, you completed something, and you do learn as you go. Every time you make something, you're learning what works, what doesn't work, all the things. And so it was
Right.
something that I could start and stop with just a little bit of time and feel like I did it. I made a card. And I was wanting to um, participate and stuff at the church, but I never had time. So it was a way for me also to donate the things that I made to the church and feel like I was a contributing member of society.
Right? Yeah, that is a good way. And a lot of people do that. Or to
So,
nursing homes and things like that.
mhm.
There's a lot of card drives. Tracy and Bill do card drives, a lot of them.
Yeah, I really want to do one for a local hospital, but it's like, oh man, I have to find the time.
Yeah, it's a lot, I
It
would imagine.
is.
Yeah. That's a someday thing.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be a minute, and that's okay.
Right? Yeah. Yep. Well, sure. Gwen wants to know if anyone is crafting along with them.
Is
I
anybody
hope
making a
so.
crafty deck or anything else?
Right? I hope so.
Maybe if you're not, you can put a pin in it, just write it in your journal and be like, I want to make myself a crafty deck of cards one day. You don't have to do it today.
Right, because you're saving me like $20 today because
Woohoo! And you're
right,
using your stash.
right? Because that's how much they are on Amazon. They're not cheap. They're a little bit pricey sometimes for what they are, I think. But I'm sure a lot of hard work went into them and everything. But yeah, so I'm saving myself. So that means I get to get something else.
Either
Oh,
way, that money's going to get spent on something crafty.
yeah. Well, probably this. I don't know how this popped up into my, how things just pop up and you're like, I didn't know that existed, but now that I do know, I need that. Um, there was an embossing folder and I think it's Tim Holtz and it's typewritten key imprints in the embossing folder. It is so
Uh-huh.
cool.
I have
And
it. I love it.
I'm like, I need that in my life.
Yeah. It's super cool because you can cut it apart and spell words out, and it's got all this texture. It's
Yeah, I
really
thought
cool.
it is pretty neat. So I was like, oh, I think I need that. I need it. So
Should this be quote or paper doll? I'm like, gosh, I kind of combined both into one. I don't know. It could be either one. I'm not going to overthink it. That's all I know.
I love that. Um, well, it could be either
Dawn's
or.
making a deck with us,
Yay, Dawn. I love Dawn.
and Cheryl probably will because she has so many decks of cards. But I think Cheryl has to head to work soon. So, right now, just relax, Cheryl. Just put a pen in it, put it down in your idea journal. Keep an idea journal, y'all. Please. I promise it's worth it.
I have a journal that I like. If I make something, I try to make more than one and stick it into
Oh,
the
yeah.
journal
I
so
have
that
one of those too.
yeah, so when I'm stuck, I can go back and be like, oh, yeah, I can do this. Because I get stuck sometimes.
We all do. That's normal. You'd be really weird if you didn't.
I'm weird enough on my I don't need any extra weird. Thank you very much.
I could even put quotes I could put my prompt on the back of the card. Could do that, but I've been putting it on the front. Oh, the
You
dilemma,
can do whatever you want through your deck.
right? And it doesn't have to be anything so. Bye, Angie. Where's Angie going? Hold
What
on.
is Sally cranky about?
I need to catch the rest on replay. Need to go to church. Oh,
Aw,
have fun. She's setting up for vacation Bible school. That's so sweet of you. All right.
what is
I'm just going to put
it?
it on the front. It's fine.
It'll be
What
fine.
is the Joker talking about? I think the Joker in this particular thing is saying scraps because
That's
he's
pretty
just,
cool.
or yeah, because he's just like sprinkling cards all over the world. I think the Joker is telling me to use my scraps.
I think that sounds right.
Hey, Bertha. We are crafting um some creative decks of cards for ourselves, so like prompts. And these are kind of more geared towards journaling, but then I think you saw it, Bertha. I can't remember, but I don't know what everyone's seen. But there's also a craft roulette version on my channel if these prompts aren't doing it for you. And that's the fun thing is that you can always just do what makes you happy. Put the prompts that you like and omit the ones that you don't. So you don't have to put purse card if that always makes you cringe. Then don't put it in your deck. It's okay.
I imagine you could do prompts for anything. You could do it for watercoloring. Just get
Right?
more specific
Salt,
about.
gradient, landscape.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally. Just follow your bliss on this one, y'all.
right? Do whatever makes you happy. Okay, I think I can start gluing now. I got a
Debbie,
bunch of.
she says, one of these days, I'll make a journal that works for me. I tend to write things down and forget where I wrote it. I can find things on my computer faster. Yeah, Debbie, I put tabs in my journal. So, like this one, for instance, stamp sets, paper pads, video, and projects. And then I try to leave myself enough space to list those things out. Or I just go complete Harry. Look, Beth, look who just popped out of this journal. It's your Easter card to me.
That's funny.
I know. I just threw it in here. But then, sometimes I just write things randomly. And like you, I just have to search through it. But at least if you have a crafty journal with ideas, Debbie, then you'll know, oh, that's my crafty journal for ideas. So at least you'll have narrowed it down to that. Hey,
I mean,
Cordelia. Hi, Zane.
I
Bye,
like things on the
Cordelia.
computer.
Gotta go, my sister.
Hi, Cordelia.
Hi, bye.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I like to have physical things to touch. I'm weird that way.
Me
Like
too.
I use the computer and make lists and things, but and I agree that it's a good way to keep organized, but I need something to flip through. I'm still old school that way.
Yeah, if somebody asks me for my phone number, 9 times out of 10, I'm still gonna be like, "Do you have a pen and a piece of paper?" And they're gonna
Right.
be like, "No, use your phone." Um, so yeah, it's who I am.
Yeah, me too. I'm still old school that way. My son is always like, "Why do you have a calendar hanging up?" I'm like, "Because I want to look at it." Well, you can just use your phone. Well, I know
Ew,
that.
no, gross.
Right? No, I need to be able to just, I don't have to pull the phone out and look. I just want to look.
Agreed. Oh my gosh, paper beads could be a prompt,
Oh,
boho
yeah, that's a good
beads.
one.
I mean, oh my goodness, you guys. Tassels would be a good prompt. Now they're all coming to me. It's all coming back to me now.
You're gonna need more than one deck.
I Yeah, well, maybe. There's 52 plus cards though, right?
Right. But that's a lot of ideas.
It's true.
And when I was thinking about colors last night, I was like, oh, where do you stop? But I think you do like the primary colors and like, black and brown and pink maybe or whatever. But then like I think if you start getting to like lavender and mint green and stuff, it gets to be too much. So I think the primary would be you know, good enough.
Yeah, so when craft roulette started, Mary used to do like 3 colors. Like it would be like lavender, mint, and pink. And and it was so limiting for me. It was so challenging. It was so hard. And then she kind of transitioned to like the colors I was sharing, more like a color theme, like dreamy, succulent garden, things like that.
Right.
And I breathed a sigh of relief. I was like,
Yeah, that is a lot
okay,
easier.
I can make this work. Um, yeah,
Yeah, because like summer colors, that would be like whatever that means to you. Maybe it's the
exactly.
color
That's
of
what I like
popsicles
about
or
craft roulette is up it's up to your interpretation.
right. Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. She's a pretty clever woman.
She is. She and Steven, her son, are a good combo. Hi, Paula
Hmm.
Rice.
It's very lucky to have him.
Oh my gosh. We all need a Steven in our lives.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a treasure. He's an international treasure because he gives us craft roulette. at
right?
such a high caliber.
Right, I mean, it's
Me,
like
I'm like,
watching a
"Look,
show
y'all have
show.
to deal with the vertical orientation. I'm not learning anything new."
Right, I'm
Because
like
that is not high caliber production.
I was so excited to come on with you today, but I was so nervous about having to do the vertical because I don't normally do it that way, and I'm like,
I know.
"Oh my gosh, is this gonna work? And what if it doesn't work? What am I gonna do?"
I don't like it, but I don't wanna deal with anything else.
The other is not as hard as you think it is, actually.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not hard.
Elizabeth Costa Rogers and I spent literally, which I would spend any amount of time with Elizabeth that I possibly can, but we literally spent like 4 hours trying to figure it out one time, and she's like, "Well, you've completely stumped me. I have no idea why this won't work for you, and I give up." And I was like, "Great. I give up too." And I've never revisited the subject.
Oh.
Ooh, I
Yeah, that
like
it gets
sweet.
frustrating after a while if it just isn't working like it should. I can see that would be frustrating.
Hi, Gwen. How's it going? I'm gonna write down some of the ideas that I had as we were talking. The tassels, paper bead.
I think it's really fun to have people on your channel. It's fun to have, somebody to banter with and
Oh, 100%. I mean, I've been wanting to banter with you and craft with you for easily like a year.
it's so sweet.
I'm on turtle mode over here, but oh, staples was another one I came up with while I was crafting.
Yeah, I
And
must say when you were on with Desiree last week, I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous." She gets to craft with her. But I crafted with both of you, so I crafted along on
right?
my own.
Exactly. We
Yeah,
were all in it together.
right? So, and I didn't feel left out.
Yay.
You know who would be a neat person to have on is your mom. Would your mom ever come on? You
Oh my
talk about your
gosh. Y'all
mom
can't
so
handle
much.
that. Y'all
I
aren't
think
ready for that.
we could handle it. It would be so much fun.
You would find out why she calls me Biddy. Okay.
Yeah, precisely. I think it's a good idea.
None of us can handle that. I'm putting Godzilla in my
Wow.
deck because I need a little Godzilla everywhere I go.
Um,
And um
and Bigfoot. Where's Bigfoot? Have you
yeah,
made it
get
yet?
a Bigfoot too. And he's gonna be my collage. It's kind of already collaged, but
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna use Bigfoot. I mean Godzilla. Yeah, I like the legends, you know. They might be real, they might not.
Right?
But yeah, no one can handle I can't even handle my mom. So that's the problem. We can't be on here together. Although we are going to go thrifting together today.
Oh, how much fun is that? How much
Like
fun.
Sparkleheart can't even handle it. She's like, y'all can't be together. Um, I can't handle the two of you.
Gotta love thrifting.
Yeah, and last night when we were coming back from the arcade, there was a garage sale, newly posted, fresh one, coming into the neighborhood, and they mounted it with glitter paper behind it, and I was like, Whoever made that yard sale is my like crafty sister, and I must go." Did I go? No, but I was
Oh,
just thinking, if they use glitter, if they go so far as to mat their yard signs with glitter, then they must be fabulous. Like, who does that?
right? Absolutely. I
I
agree.
would go just to say, "You have the best yard sale sign I've ever seen." Um,
And
I just
clearly
have
they
a
have craft stuff. So if they have
clearly,
glitter, yeah, clearly.
clearly, they were
So
using
okay.
like beautiful glitter cardstock to mat their signs. It was professional. It was nice. I think someone got their Cricut out.
Good idea. Always.
I love Godzilla. Cheryl, I never understood Godzilla ever until the new movie One, I think it's called One, Godzilla One, came out and they told the story in a new way, or maybe I was listening for the first time. I don't know which one is accurate, but I finally got him. He's always been misunderstood with me, and now I love him.
Oh,
Yeah, Carmina, you're right. She says, Bitty Penny, never try to handle your parents. Just let them be and enjoy. Yeah, but did I ever tell you the story about my mom going out in my driveway with no pants on? And she had on like a tunic shirt. She thought it was enough. She thought she was covering enough. And it was hot. It was summer. And she was going to get um, something out of the car. She needed to get something out of the car. I was in a meeting. She didn't want to disturb me. So she thought, this tunic's going to do the job and I'm going to go out and get that thing out of my car. She came in and I looked over at her, and probably everyone in the meeting saw the mortified look on my face because I had heard the front door shut. And I look over and she doesn't have any pants on. And so I end the meeting as soon as I can. And then I'm like, Mom, did you go out in the front yard with no pants on? And she was like, "Yeah. I mean, I have this long tunic on and I'm sure it's fine." And I was like, "It's not fine, Mom. It's not fine. I see more than I need to see, Mom." And she's like, "Don't worry about it. Maybe I got a boyfriend while I was out there."
oh goodness.
So yeah, somebody has to handle her. Okay, collage.
Well, I think life would be interesting with her around, that's for sure.
It is. It is. She's rowdy. She's unpredictable. That's how I would describe my mom. But she's also really caring and the most giving person I've ever known. She's so generous.
Oh,
Like you can't be generous to a fault, but she almost is. Uh just so wonderful. I love her to pieces, you know. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't grow up with a mom like her.
oh, that's sweet.
And obviously, like every Saturday, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go be with my mom. Like, obviously, I love her to pieces because today I was like, okay, what are we gonna do today? She's like, you don't have to entertain me every Saturday. I was like, oh, don't worry, I'm not. I just want to be with you.
Oh,
So, for anyone just joining us, well, hello. So glad you're here. We're making creative decks. So I have collage, scraps, quotes, eyelets, and torn paper so far. What you got, Beth?
a mess. Well, well, okay, so I did because I'm doing kind of like you did your craft relay ones. So I just put like color blocks at the tops of all of them, just kind of artsy.
Nice.
Yeah, and then now I'm cutting the. Although I don't know why I'm doing this because then I'm gonna have to write them on. Maybe I'll just write them on. They're right, just my deck, right? So they don't have to be perfect. Um, yeah. So I'm cutting these to put the names on, right?
Yeah, I like them. I like your deck.
Thanks. Kind of fun.
It's
Artsy a
nice.
little bit. Creative, inspirational. I don't know. It'll work. It'll work for what I need.
We've been watching the Oceans. We love this Ocean series with the hotties, Brad Pitt and George Clooney and all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So, um, Love that I'm playing with a deck of cards right now because, yeah, we've been watching the Ocean series.
Those are good ones.
Now that we finished Cobra Kai, sad face, but they have a movie out. We need to go see it. It's probably subpar, but that's okay. It's kind of cool that we just finished it.
And that's a spin-off of Karate Kid, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. I haven't watched that yet. I need to add that to my list.
This is a jack, right? The
Yeah,
J that's not the Joker is a jack.
it's a
My
Jack.
brain
Yeah.
was telling me that wasn't right. My brain was wrong. This jack sparkles.
Words are hard. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. Very
He's got
good.
some sparkle. Only we need to add some sparkle somehow, some way. I'm not putting glitter on here. Nouveau drops would be good. Only let me just find glitter paper if I have any. I don't even have glitter paper. I don't know how that's possible, but I don't really have glitter paper, I don't think.
Because you've used it all, or you just don't buy it?
I have both. I used what I had, and it's just not something I buy,
Right.
which is a mistake. I should buy some.
What are they talking about in the chat? Flo says Biddy doesn't have glitter paper. That doesn't sound right.
I know, it's wrong.
Right? I'm kind of surprised by that as well, I have to admit. Because you seem like a glitter gal to me.
Yeah. How could it get so amped up when you said sparkle and not have glitter?
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. And no one would look at my craft room and think she's missing something. It just no, that's not happening.
Dawn H says she loves glitter paper. It has its own section on her shelf.
That
Right?
yeah, I need
Yeah.
more.
We found glitter. It's gonna get everywhere.
In 5 years, and I've used it twice in the last week. Pretty impressive.
Right? I think so.
All right. We're going to try to burnish it in with some tape. I think Pink and Maine. Now, I'm a little out of the loop, but I think Pink and Maine used to have some good glitter paper.
I don't think I have a ton of. I think I might have like a pad, like a 6x6 pad of glitter paper, but I think that's all I have of it.
We're sufficient. Well, I mean, insufficiently stocked with glitter.
Right? Like, what is our problem? I just thought, where are the things I got not that long ago?
Dude, use your embossing powder. You're right. I do have sparkle embossing powder. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I am worried about glitter being in this deck of cards.
It's gonna
Because
be
it's a
all
deck
over
of
the
cards. There's going to be some fallout.
Right, there is. Fall, it's to be expected. You'll be finding glitter for the next week.
Have you ever heard it's the herpes of the craft room?
No, but that's accurate, I would think. Very accurate.
Once you open it, that's it. Kid can't escape it.
It's all done for.
We're gonna go for it. I'm brave. I'm strong. And I like sparkle.
Right?
I can do this.
You can do it. Ooh, it's a pretty color.
Yeah.
I'm looking on the screen. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty. It's a pretty sparkle.
I'm gonna really burnish it in here. Ooh. I like it.
That was pretty cool, actually. What a cool idea. I never thought of doing it that way. It's kind of like that.
We'll see.
I didn't realize it would stick to tape that well, but duh, why wouldn't it? Let's see where we are with this mess that I'm making over here.
This is when I need like a Swiffer to come in and take over the situation, but I don't have a Swiffer in here.
You got one of those tiny little vacuums?
Oh my gosh, I do. I do have one of those.
Vacuum it all up.
I'm using a baby wipe. I'm using the one that was kind of hanging out of the box and a little bit dry. I don't know. I was probably from a live. Things like that happen in a live.
Right. Trying to craft and watch what you're doing at the same time. I'm
Oh,
getting
don't worry.
distracted.
I'm just forcing the glitter to fall out. And I'm watching you. How do you like that Eileen's tacky glue? Is that a regular tacky glue or is that a different kind that you're
No,
using?
this one's quick dry, and I actually love it enough that
Quick
I just bought
dry.
another bottle of it.
Oh, okay. I haven't
Yeah,
used that one.
I use this.
Is it
Um,
as thick as the regular or is it a little thinner?
it's still pretty thick. It's pretty thick, and it's got a pretty big hole to release it, but it's a lot cheaper. And anytime I have to glue anything that's like bigger, and I don't need it to glue immediately, then I try to use it because I do like that it has a little bit of give, um,
Mm,
but not a ton. Like I,
it does dry quick as
yeah, it does still dry pretty quick.
advertised.
Yeah, it does dry quick, and I like the design of the bottle too. That it's upside down all the time.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. So it's always ready to go.
yeah, I kind of think that's cool. But yeah, it's so much cheaper, and because art glitter glue is kind of expensive,
Oh, yeah.
but it is so worth it in the
It
same
is
regard.
good. I stopped buying it years ago and the Barely Arts because I started using my PVA, my Line Co, which Line Co's gotten more expensive. It used to be like cheap, cheap. It's not anymore, but it used to be. It's good though. I like it. It's archival, acid free.
And does it dry as quickly as the art glitter glue or
It
no?
does.
It does. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm like anybody. I've kind of gone through a lot of the different glues, but um I I do kind of like Aleene's. It's tried and true. It's been there for forever. It does work. So,
I don't want
and
to spend my money on glue.
yeah, me neither. So I'm like, if I can find something that works, I'm good.
Exactly. If I can find something that works, gets the job done, then I'm not going to spend it on glue if I don't have to.
Right.
There are too many more paper pads that could be cluttering my craft room instead.
I agree with that. Can never go wrong with paper, for sure. Although I am very much in love with digitals.
Oh my gosh, Cheryl says, I have an antique table that has glitter in the crazing of the surface from Christmas 4 years ago. Yes, it never leaves, Cheryl. I will be finding this gorgeous blue glitter for the next probably 5 years, even though I tried my best to contain it.
Right, at least it's pretty.
Mhm. Using my
Worse
stash.
things. Could be worse things.
I'm gonna check things off my list now. So I've got torn paper. I did eyelets. I'm gonna do Brad's separately because they're 2 different things.
Yeah, I did. I put them separate on my list too when you said that.
Got collage. Ooh, we got sparkle. We have so many good ideas here. I just have to say.
I think another good thing would be to like kind of look at through your craft room at things that like you could use not
Buttons.
just
Why don't I have buttons on here? Sorry.
right
Go ahead.
buttons would be good, but like postage stamps, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a million of those. I even get like because I order postage stamps online, they send me their catalog. And so I cut it up.
Ooh.
Yeah. I cut all the stamps out of it and use them. So, but it's something I don't use enough. Like I
Yeah.
have a lot of them, but I don't use them enough. So that would be like a good thing to like kind of go through your craft room and see what supplies you have that you're not using
Yes.
enough of.
Things that maybe are out of sight, out of mind, and you don't think
Right.
of them until you try to go stuff something in that drawer, and then you're like, "Oh man."
Or hey, there those are. I've been looking for them for a year.
Exactly. I'm gonna get my postage stamps out. I'm gonna put some of those on.
It's like I try to store most of my stuff in like clear things because I have this problem if I don't see it, I don't believe that I own it. And
Right?
but I don't love like I like the the cigar box and the old tin, kind of that aesthetic.
I
So
know, but then you
I'm
can't
kind of
see. Yeah.
I kind of fight, have this internal struggle about the whole thing.
Yeah, because aesthetically, when you're looking at your room, you're like, yeah, that's the look I want. But then when you're crafting, you're like, and I can't find anything.
Right. It's
Or
not
you find a really
practical.
cute box and I think, oh, I'm going to put my buttons in here, but only half of them fit. And then it's split between 2 containers because your brain had said that is your new button box. And it's like, oh man, it's
Right.
all kind of mental calisthenics. Uh, when my bestie was here, she was like, I think I need to come help you organize your house. And I was like, yeah, it's mainly like my pantry, my closets, my craft room. I didn't even let her look at my craft room. I was like, look, I can't take you out of it like that. Like, you can't come in. I'm sorry. None shall pass. You can't come in here. But she loves organization. She's like, just say the word. Just, I would love nothing more than to come spend the weekend with you and make your pantry and your closets just perfect. And I'm like, oh God, that sounds like absolute torture.
Yeah, I don't mind. Some people do not like organizing. I don't mind it. But I feel like it's kind of a constant work in
Thing that you have to
progress.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because patterns change, routines change,
Interest
um,
change.
interest. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's got to be a ongoing thing you're willing to do.
Yeah, I recently just did a video for my desk because I just redid my desk not that long ago and moved some things around and um they were like do a desk tour. So I did one, but I'm like, and Dawn was like, I really love your desk. And I'm like, thanks, I love it too, but it probably won't be the same next week. Like, I feel
Right?
like I'm constantly changing things because it's just not quite the way I want it yet. So,
I'm the opposite. I set my desk up when we moved into this house in 2018, and I haven't reconfigured it since. I just add to it. I just pile onto it.
just keep on piling.
Just, yep. I'm like, oh, that can teeter right there. I'll put it right there.
Yeah, I think I move stuff around a lot. But when I was young, we moved a lot. So I'm kind of used to that. But I like if my kids leave me alone in the house and there's no kids in my house, they have like this running joke that when they come home, I will move the furniture because I like get bored and start moving things.
Yeah, I have always been like that. And we moved a lot until until the kids were born. My husband and I like moved, I felt like every 6 months or a year, we were constantly moving. And I was always like, if I can't move it in a day, then I have too much stuff. It was kind of, and then, you have children and get the house, and you're like, and I'm going to fill it to the rafters. So here we go.
Right,
Um, COVID wasn't any good for that either. I feel like COVID definitely, I don't know, because you couldn't go anywhere. I just bought things. Is how I feel that
right,
went down. It was like, well, okay, now we have like all these professional dominoes, so we can build huge domino sets and knock them down. And we have like all these things that I probably wouldn't have had if it wasn't for COVID.
right, right. I can see that.
Got one for postage stamps. Check that off the list.
Yeah, I need to add that one to my thing. Oh, wait, I missed that one. Did you just do one for postage stamps?
I did. It's very simple. I took 3 used postage stamps, glued them, and added the word postage stamps.
Very cool. Well, you'll know what it is, though. I think that's
It'll work.
right. All right. Let's try to write on these. Should I use a different pen? No. Maybe I should use pencil. My handwriting just is not very good, but that's okay. They're just for me.
Yeah, just embrace it. It's better
And
than you
some,
think. Everybody hates their handwriting for the most part, I think. Okay, maybe hate's a strong word. Um, but yeah, most people say something about their handwriting. It's really weird, but I write like my mom. And my mom's left-handed and I'm right-handed, but somehow I write my hand you couldn't tell our 2 handwriting, like, apart. If we both wrote the same note with the same words, you would think it was the same person. Isn't that bizarre? Is that
that is
normal?
crazy.
Do we write like our parents? I feel like that's weird.
Well, I don't, I never thought of, I can like write my mom's name. Like I know how to do her
We all
signature,
learned that in middle school.
right? And some of the letters that I write, I write like my mom did sometimes. But
Mm,
so maybe it is a thing. Maybe because they're the ones that teach us how to write, we kind of write like them. I don't know.
yeah.
But
My
then you
dad had, like, it was painfully difficult to watch him write anything because he wrote so slow, but it was because he wanted to write everything with perfect penmanship,
oh goodness.
and it was beautiful, amazing, but I just feel like, "Come" I write like my mom, like, "Let's get it done. What does it need to say? Alright, write it down. Let's go."
Write it down and move on.
That is proven. Gwen says it's proven that we copy our parents' penmanship. Oh, I thought I was just strange.
Huh. Yeah, I thought I just learned how to write like my mom so that I could get out of gym class whenever I wanted. Right.
Exactly, I thought that exactly. It's exactly what I thought too.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ooh, a technique could be sanding. As I'm sanding this card, that would be a good technique.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Wait, I need to write some of these down. So stamps, and sanding. Sanding would be a good one, or distressing.
Mhm, or distressing, yeah. Oh, ink blending? Jeez, I mean, the list could go. You're right. I'm glad I bought 2 decks of cards because I I may need them both.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it could be kind of endless possibilities. And then you can choose how many you're gonna, pick,
Right. One day you might want 3, one day you might want 5.
right? And if you don't like what you get, you can always put it back and pick another one.
Yeah, no one there's no rules.
Right.
No one cares if
How
you
many items are on
cheat.
the list now? I don't let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 35, and that's without I have 35 and that's without colors and like all the techniques. Like I don't think embossing is on here. So yeah, I mean it could be way more for sure. I liked the other side of these cards. I thought they were kind of cool. So I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to do anything to that. Kind of retro.
Yeah. I liked the side of these too because it reminds me of like the inside of security envelopes. And I am a sucker for the patterns that they put inside of security
Oh,
envelopes.
yeah. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I had, because I was thinking, trying to think, because I thought I just picked up, got this game when I was at one of the thrift stores, and it had never been like used. It hadn't been opened, and I didn't exactly know what it was. But look how little the cards are. I mean, these are tiny, tiny. And I was like, oh,
Aw.
those are too small. I wouldn't be able to use those, but I'll use them for something else. And I don't
You
like,
you just reminded me. We went to a new thrift store, Sparkle Heart and I in Austin like a month or 2 ago, and they have this free section outside. And we walked out there after we had shopped inside and just kind of was walking by and I saw Owen Wilson on the ground. I mean, granted, he was on a playing card, but he was on the ground. And I was like, oh, poor Owen. And so I went to pick him up. And then there was like another dude on the ground. And I was like, what are all these famous guys doing on the ground? Let me pick them up. Turns out it was a deck of like 52 Hollywood studs or something. I don't know what it was called. But I was like, yeah, I'll take these. Otherwise, they're going to end up on the ground. And when we got in the car, so I rescued all the men and put them in my bag and hauled them and put them in my trunk. And then it started to rain. And I was like, see, Sparkle Heart, we just saved all of those studs from being ruined by the rain.
right?
Now I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I did rescue them.
Oh my gosh, you could,
I'm a
I'm sure.
national hero.
Right? You are. Absolutely. They should be honored that they were saved. I wonder what it went to. Like it was to some game or something?
Yeah, and it's just got like Hollywood dudes, and I have to find. I don't even know where they are. They're lost in a pile. I obviously didn't need them, but yeah, they just had like information about these leading men of Hollywood. I don't know.
That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only
But
something you would find at a thrift store.
right, exactly. Somebody got it as a gag gift. It was probably a white elephant gift, and they finally
Right?
were like, "Get this out of my life." And even the thrift store was like, "We can't sell this. I'm putting it at the curb."
Right? How
And
fun
I
though.
came along as a junk journaler and said, "I'll take those."
Right? It's paper? Wait a minute. I can use this somehow,
Ah,
somewhere, for sure.
it's made out of paper? I'll take
Right?
it.
Yeah. As long as it's made out of paper, I'm good. That's
I'm
right. You
so
definitely
glad
have
that there's people
okay.
in this world that get me.
Right? Me too.
It's all of y'all. I mean, even though some of y'all are probably rolling your eyes at me, you get me still.
They all get you. Or they wouldn't be here.
True.
That's like even Dawn. She's like, she wants to try to do something different on her channel, and she's thinking about different things because she's tired of doing the same old things. I'm like, do whatever you want. We like you. I don't care what you do.
Exactly. Exactly. Dawn,
Yeah,
you
like
just do you
I'll watch
and
you if you're sorting rocks. I don't really care.
right?
I'm good. I just like you. I'll watch you do whatever you want to do.
I know. I love it when Dawn gives a tour of her town.
I
I think
haven't
she
seen
has a
that
new
yet.
one up and I need to go see it. I saw the old one. It was so cool. I was like, this is so cool. I want to see where Dawn lives and see a tour of her town. And like, that was awesome.
Yeah, she's been taking us on walks once a week,
I
like nature
love
walks.
it.
You have to
Yes.
watch if you haven't watched this week's, it was really, really cool because she went on a trail and the trail had like paintings every so often in a storybook and it's just really cool. She lives
Oh,
in a
yeah.
really
I need
nice
to see
town.
that. I need
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah. She lives in a pretty cool place, I think.
I think so too. I think the one that I saw it was colder back. I think it was even like Christmas or Halloween. I think it was in the fall or winter months. So it was colder. But every place is colder than Texas.
Right.
Oh my gosh. He's got to have his arm propped on something.
So are your kids settling in for the summer break and enjoying it or
I think so. I mean, yeah.
are they are they bored yet? It
Yeah, my daughter
usually
said she's bored, so I feel like it must be summer.
right. It's like, what? You've only been home a week. How are you bored already?
Oh, she did it the first day. I was like, "I'm taking you back. You're broken. I'm taking you back. You cannot be bored on the first day of summer."
Right? I'm always like, okay, if you're bored, I'll find some work for you to do. I'm sure there's something I need done.
Right?
And then they're like, nope, that's okay. I'm good.
Yeah, last night at the arcade, they had this newfangled thing, which is probably not new, just new to me. Where you try to cut the string and win the prize, and it was this huge, very, 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 very huge blue plushie. And I think we spent about $20 trying to get that bear until we finally walked away from it. Um, but I tell you, we were so close, and that's how they get you. Like, I figured
Right.
out what we need to do is count like 1,000, 1,000, and figure out how we need to count. And so we were getting so close by counting it out. But you always count at a different, especially when you're excited, it's hard to like keep the same rhythm or whatever. But for anybody else who wants to pour their money into an arcade the next time you're there, you could try that method.
You
It
could
didn't
probably
work.
buy this stuffed animal for $20.
Well, it was huge. I think it would probably cost me 30, and maybe that's how much we put into it. I don't want to think about it, but
But you wouldn't have had fun.
Exactly,
So,
and that's the thing. We
right.
had a good
It's about the
time.
experience. Right.
It's a brand new place in our town. It has a movie theater, bowling alley, arcade, and a restaurant kind of thing. So we had
Well,
to go
that's
check it out.
cool. Yeah, that
It was
sounds
our
fun.
Yeah, it was our maiden voyage into that place. So you got to spend a little, you know. Would I
Right.
do it
Yeah.
again? Probably not. Hi,
I
Kat. Hey, anybody I might have missed. Good morning. Good morning. We're making crafty decks of cards, and I'm hanging out with Beth from Happy Place Crafting. And if you're not subscribed to her channel, you can go do it now. It's fine. You can come back and find us. I'll let you go.
oh.
We'll be here. We'll be
Flo
here.
wants to know if you need a huge plushie in your house.
I mean, I was even trying to do like, especially once I had decided we were making the investment, I tried to visualize it in her room. And basically, she sleeps in a queen size bed. She's little queen in the making. Um, and I could see it taking up a whole corner. I was okay with that. But, you know, evidently it's not deemed necessary in our lives because it didn't happen. So I think we're okay.
It's like I was telling the ladies, um, I don't know. I don't remember when I was telling them, but Sophie had to get her best friend a present for her birthday, and which I think is actually today. If so, I think it is. Courtney, happy birthday if you're watching. Um,
Happy birthday, Courts.
but anyways, I can say this because she's already gotten the gift, but we went to Target and she found this stuffed animal, but it's weighted. And so when you pick
Oh,
it up and hug it,
yes.
oh my gosh, it was the most wonderful thing.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Sparkleheart and I both have the weighted pillow version of
oh
that. It's
yeah.
like we have flowers. But it's a plushie that's weighted and you can sleep with it. They're magical, but actually mine got stolen by my son. Don't tell anyone. He wouldn't want anyone to know that. But yeah, he stole it.
We won't tell. We won't tell anybody.
Nobody's watching. It's fine.
Right.
It's okay.
Not for
All
people
right.
all
I
over
got
the world. But yeah, I found a cow on Amazon that I'm like, it's one of those the furry cows that, are from Holland or wherever. I don't know what they call them.
Oh, they're Scottish. The
Yeah, Scottish
Yeah,
cows that are real
yeah.
furry. They've got the long fur. Anyways, I found one on Amazon. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's weighted. And I'm like, I'm getting this. Because it was like holding like my grandkids when they were babies. It was just so nice. It was a
I
good feeling.
know.
And I'm like, I just need that. So, because nobody stays babies for very long. So,
Carmina is saying hi to you.
oh, hi, Carmina.
And she said she's sorry she didn't say her hello earlier, but she didn't realize it was you.
Oh, yeah, it's me.
It's Beth. Happy
It's
Place Crafting. Biddy, don't you
hi.
have a husband or am I missing something? I very much have a husband.
Right.
He's amazing.
He's
What do
adopted.
I need him to buy me one? Is that Biddy, do you need a huge plushie? Oh, no. I mean, really, we don't. We need less things. Really, really. And um yeah. And yes to the husband. Okay.
And he's not really a doctor, so don't forget I
He's
said that.
not, yeah. Call 911 if we're hanging out. He can't help you.
I think I still laugh every time I think about that. I'm like, why did I think that? I just have blonde
Well, because
moments
I call
sometimes.
him Dr. Shrub. It's perfectly reasonable that you thought I was married to a doctor, but no, he is not. And that gave us the best laugh ever
Right. Yeah.
here in this household. I call him Dr. Shrub because he has to resurrect and take care of all the plants that I bring home and, you know, bring things back to life. That's
You,
why I call him that.
you
So
take care of
far
your
this
backyard
year,
sometimes.
my plants are doing good though.
That's good.
Do you garden, Beth?
I have a small garden, but they're all perennials because I didn't when I planted them, I didn't want to have to like
Deal with it
plant
every year?
every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have like a miniature rose bush and some lilac bushes and
Nice. That's your
stuff like
favorite
that.
flower, isn't it?
Yes, I love lilacs. That's in front of
Oh,
the window to my craft room. The are the lilac bushes. So they smell so good. You just
how
gotta love them.
sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, I love them um and usually when my kids buy me flowers, they try to buy me perennials to plant. So I like that. I finished all my thingies, but I'm gonna cover the rest of mine because I don't have enough to do all of our prompts even. I didn't
Oh,
cover them.
wow.
I
Yeah,
know.
and I keep adding. I just added book page, and Gwen said smushing, like ink
Ooh.
smushing. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
that's
that's a good
good.
one. That's a good one.
Jill has subscribed to you. Kat has subscribed to you.
Aw, y'all are so
Hi,
sweet.
Mama Juju.
I love her name.
I know.
It just makes me smile every time she comes on because I'm
We
like,
all need a Mama Juju.
right?
And we
There's
have
some really
one.
cool names. There's some really cool names on
There are.
here. Very clever people in this world that come up with these names. For sure. I'm trying to get these little pieces so I can cut some more.
Mama Juju, we're making crafty decks with prompts to you know, pull a card and get a prompt and, you know, stay inspired.
Right, because sometimes I feel like I just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And especially sometimes in my journals, I'm like, wait, how many pockets can I actually put in here that are, and I want to do something different. So,
I have such a hard time filling all the pockets that I put in a journal. I'll put pockets in a journal all day long, but then I'm like, well, now what am I going to put inside there?
right.
That's my struggle.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of a cool way to prompt you to get out of your box a little bit. I
I
love
am
that.
looking at my list though, and I'm going, these are all the things I always use. So now I'm kind of wondering if I need to go a new direction, if I need to look at Meg's and I need to look at other people's. I don't know. All of
Right. You
mine feel like supply based. Like when I'm looking back over here, I'm going, these are all supplies.
so we maybe need like whimsical and
Yes, I
stuff
think
like
that's the
that.
kind of stuff I need. I need
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Retro, like 50s or um I've been kind of like on a retro, I don't know, kick lately. I moved a little bit out of the vintage and more into retro, or at least what is retro in my opinion. But actually the 80s is retro and in my mind it's not. It's just yesterday, but really it's retro.
I don't know how it's possible.
I don't either. Like how did we get here?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was apparently.
It was special. Uh,
I love the 80s.
yeah. Sparkle Heart was asking me the other day, like, what is when was the best time period? And I was like, probably the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s were great.
We
They
didn't,
were
I mean,
fabulous.
I guess we had the Cold War still, but there weren't wars. And I guess there was some economic issues, but we didn't have pandemics yet. I mean, I guess towards the end it did get rough with AIDS, but like, there were some good years there. And then as I was rationalizing everything, I was like, look, here's the thing. There's always something. Okay. You just have to learn to enjoy life despite the fact that there's always something going on.
Right,
I think that might be one of our, like, humankind's missions here on earth is to learn to find joy and love no matter what's going on.
right. Yeah, you gotta learn to turn the noise out for sure. And that's hard to do in a technologically savvy age.
Yeah, because the human
Um,
experience is flawed by nature.
yeah.
So I think I'm here to learn how to have a good time, anyways. I've made it my mission.
I think you do a good job at spreading that mission, personally.
I
I might,
try.
but oh, Katie
Um,
said themes could be bohemian, botanical, camping, amusement parks. See, we're going to turn her into a junk journaler yet.
right?
She started to come to the dark side a little bit.
I do call junk journaling the dark side of paper crafting. I most certainly do. Um, yes,
Yeah, because there's no
100%.
rules. It's very different than card making because card making is so precise and there's
It can be.
yeah.
I get kind
And
of wild with it, but yeah.
yeah, you do. You break the mold with that.
Um, but yes, it can be. Okay, so
Hey,
I'm
do you need a
looking back.
scouting journal? Is that what you're saying, dear? I think my kids are in scouts and she's their scoutmaster or whatever that name is. But
Aw,
yeah, she heads it up. She's saying, I think she's telling me she needs a scout journal, which I can handle. I can do that. Or
I'm
you could
looking
just
for
make your
my.
own.
Let's see. I'm stepping away so you can keep reading the comments. It'll take just a second.
Okay. All right. Um, Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. She's jumping in late. Good to see all her arty friends. Mama Juju. Oh, tickets is another good one. Oh, let's add that. That's another good one, actually. I'm gonna have to go back through the chat. Katie, it's not, it might be easier for you and I make it, but it's more fun when you make it. That's part of it. It's having the fun making it.
Yeah. I mean, Katie, I don't know what the percentage is, but I certainly make way more junk journals than I ever need to use or anything. But hearing that, I had to go get my art journal. It's going to be hard to show you the full spread, but
Oh,
this
that's
is an
good.
art journal that's dedicated to my childhood memories.
Aw.
And so, like, this page, this spread here is all about when I got my first dog, Bear. And they were rescues. And the guy who
Aw.
lived across the street from me was the police chief. He was the dog catcher. He was the everything, right? And he came home with these three puppies, and his two sons were my buddies. And he was like, "You kids need to go around the neighborhood and find these three dogs a home." So we put them in a wagon and we went knocking on every door. But I kind of got really attached to Bear like right away. And so I would kind of hold her. I'd pick her up when they'd knock on the door and I'd turn my back to the people and just hold Bear. I'd be like, "Those other two, those are for, you want one of those?" Well, evidently we were terrible salesmen, and we came back home with all 3 dogs
Oh,
after knocking on many doors. And when we went up one side of the street and back down the other, and we ended at my house, and I knocked on the door and I was like, "Can I keep her?" And how could you say no to that? So I got to keep her. So this is a story about my bear dog and Lucky and Max, some of my favorite dogs from growing up, basically.
oh,
But I grabbed it because I have a scouting page in here. My dad was a Boy Scouts leader for a little while. And there we are, the rough and tumble gang. I have a picture of all of us at our campsite. Yes, it was the Boy Scouts, but I went along. I was in campfire. Anyways, my brothers are complete rascals. That's
oh,
Dyron right there. And they pissed some people off. And in the middle of the night, they came and like were driving around our campsite and like surrounding us. And like we had to drive home. It was like the drive of shame. My dad packed up our campsite in the middle of the night and made us all go home. And that is how that Boy Scout adventure ended. But it was a
oh,
memorable trip. So I had to art journal it.
so cool. I love that.
Yeah, so there's all different, this is about tornadoes that like, it's just different childhood memories that I
Oh,
had, and it's fun to kind of capture them in an art journal. The time I met Steve Martin and got to hang out for a minute with him. So yeah,
that's very cool.
good times, good times. There's a little scouting and inspiration. Whoops, sorry, hit my camera. Not the kind of trip you want to have. These days, it would be a lot harder to explain when Scoutmaster has to bring all the kids home in the middle of the night. But that was the 80s.
Right?
Hello.
Yeah, we didn't like wear seatbelts back then.
Exactly. Oh, no,
Sometimes
we
I
did
still
not.
forget about stuff like that. And we survived. We did survive.
We're here
We
to tell the tells.
Yeah, we wore coats in the car even though we were kids. We survived,
Ate hard candy
right?
that cost a penny.
Now pennies are gone. Did you see that?
Oh, I know. I was at the bank and I was like, "Do you have any 2025 pennies?" And she's like, "I don't think so." And I was like, "Oh, that's sad. I want
Right?
some."
Now they're gone. Can't believe it. Everything changes.
Yeah. I need some 2025 pennies in my life. My dad was a coin collector, um, and he would not be happy with the situation because our my maiden name is Penny, hence
Right.
Biddy Penny. So,
Aw.
yeah, he would not be pleased with this decision.
Yeah, I would guess not.
Dawn's going to
Oh,
be right back. Thanks, Linda. I have videos for it on my channel. All the spreads that I just shared, there's a video in the story, the accompanying story. As you noticed, might have noticed, I had some postcards in there. I have some memories I still need to record for sure. That is a Dina Wakely mixed media journal. Um, the paper is really thick and sturdy, and I knew I'd be roughing it up. So I've been really pleased with it. The binding's busted, but that's mostly my fault.
Flo said, wait, they canceled pennies? Yeah, I guess they decided it cost more to make them than what they were worth. So they decided to stop making them.
Yeah, it costs 3.5 cents to produce them.
Yeah.
And but the thing is a nickel costs 13 cents. So if you're going to cancel something, in my opinion, granted, I know I'm biased, but still. Cancel the nickel.
Right?
I guess soon enough we'll just be canceling all of it.
Yeah, well,
I
I
know.
even said to Sophie, I was like, I very rarely have cash. If I need cash, I have to go to the bank and get it because everything we do is electronic anymore. And so, if we're going to go to a garage sale or something, I got to go get cash. Or
Right.
he needs cash for school sometimes and stuff like that. But I'm like, it's just not something that it's kind of going away on its own a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting.
What is fun about you sorry, I'm deviating here. What is fun about using the deck of cards is I don't have to cut anything. Oh, I lost you for a second, but you're back. Um, I love that I don't have to cut anything.
You cut anything for what?
Talk to me, Beth, because I can't really hear you.
Can you hear me? I think
It
my
sounds weird.
weird.
Guys,
Hold on.
how's it over there in your worlds? Something's off. Are y'all okay? Does it sound okay? Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me?
John wants to call me Biddy Nickel now. There's an echo. Hold on.
A little echo. That's because I stood up. Did it go away?
Echo, echo, echo. Hmm.
Beth can't hear you at all. Oh, turn it down a little bit. Did that help?
What happened, YouTube? Okay.
Is it better? So much glitter said good morning. Kitty's echo is gone. Still can't hear Beth.
I'm not talking. That I didn't want to talk if it's echoing. Something like snapped with our live. I don't know what happened. It just decided to do something funny. Barely hear Beth. Beth is super low.
Di said Beth talked her speaker to death. Thanks a lot, Di.
Oh, man. Hi, Carrie. I'm echoing. Something happened. It was like it just snapped.
Snapped. I don't know. It looks the same on
Okay,
mine.
guys, I'm going to try to figure this out a little bit. What does this button do? I don't know.
Just like, let's hit some buttons. We're having so much fun. Maddie said put on headphones. Oh, wait. Are you still there? Oh, yeah, you are. I think you have the screen covered up. A little bit. Jill said she saw the glitch happen. It was a flash.
Yeah. Me too. What's this button do? No.
Crafty ladies technical.
Don't mind the green screen, guys. Sorry. Hey, I thought I turned that off. No, I don't want green screen.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Do you want me to go out and come back in?
We might have to.
Let me see if I can do that.
Put on headphones, Bitty Penny. Let me try that. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. I mean, it's not like I can mess it up.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I turned my phone off. Oh my gosh.
You know, we're crafters. We're not technical people. We just do the best we can here, ladies. We were doing so good too.
Okay, you guys.
I can hear you. There's no echo on my end, so it's something they're hearing. Jill said, "Call Mr. Producer." That's funny.
So talk to me, Beth.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Flo said, "Well, Beth is still there crafting away, so at least we know she's okay." Linda said, "Beth is fine, but you are echoing."
Beth's so low volume. And my earphones won't pair for some reason.
Okay, take your headphones off, and I'll come out and come back in and see if that helps.
Oh, you could do, but I'm echoing. Sorry, guys. Everything was going so well.
I know.
Okay, well, I can end this stream and we can come back in. If you want to try, why don't you try leaving and coming back in?
All right.
I don't know how to work.
Okay. If I can't get back in, I'll message you and let you know.
Right. Okay, because I can't hear you either.
Okay. I'm going to leave. I
Sorry.
gotta figure out how to leave. No worries. I'm going to move the phone, so don't everybody get seasick on me. Okay.
I'm thinking about it, Jennifer, because I can't get my earbuds to work either. Okay, Beth's coming back in.
Oh, I'm back in, but my camera's the wrong way. Okay. Can you hear me?
You sound good now.
Okay.
No echo now. Are we good, y'all? The echo game is over. Woohoo! That did it. And we can hear you, Beth.
Yay! We fixed it. Woohoo!
Something just like snapped.
I don't know what happened.
It was weird. It wasn't you. It wasn't me. It was YouTube. We love you, YouTube. Thank you for your service, but something went wrong.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
all is well in the world. I can stop freaking out and getting back to crafting, which is all I want to do anyways.
Right? Just make it easy for us crafters. A crafter needs to design some kind of program that makes it easier for us to technically challenge people to get on things like this.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us. I know that was probably rough.
Right, yes.
And somebody probably wanted to smack me. Like, hey, probably WJ, because she knows what she's doing. but we made it. We made it.
Yeah, she's got all the bells and whistles, doesn't she?
Oh my God, I love her lives.
I'm like, she's got things that come in on the screen and stuff. I'm like, oh wow, this is a way different experience.
It is. It's a totally different experience. Unlike any other. That's for sure. Toby's going to learn a new tangle. So I have the Zentangle Primer, Volume 1, recommended by Desiree.
Ooh.
Had include a thank you. I think this is one of the textbooks that they use in class.
Oh, how cool.
And it is cool. I like it. I'm going to learn a tangle. Let's see. When you open a book, Beth, do you start at the front of the book or the back of the book or in the middle?
I start at the back. Is that weird?
That's exactly what I do. I had a feeling we were samesies on that.
Yeah. I just do. I don't know why. I guess maybe I want to see the end before the beginning. I don't know.
I know. I'm the same way. Oh, here, this is what I wanted. I just wanted a basic, something basic. Probably when you're starting it, like, oh, if this is a primer and it's like teaching you how to do something, you should probably start at the front of the book because you're going to get the basics.
Right. Wait, what
All
is
right.
that book called? I think I need this book in my life. What is
Okay,
that book
so
called?
it's Zentangle Primer 1 by Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas. They are the founders of Zentangle.
Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas. Okay.
Found it on Amazon for about
All right.
$20, I think.
Well, that's not bad.
So the $20 you were going to spend on your Crafty deck that we're making, you can now get a Zentangle book.
Right?
There are other ones there too. You don't have to have this one, and you might be able to find one for less, and then you can get more things with your monies. That's also an option. But this is kind of like the official Zentangle approved version.
Oh, very cool.
If you care about that kind of thing. Not everybody does.
I like to doodle, so I think I would really like the whole Zentangle thing. I haven't really
Yes,
messed with it yet, but I do really like to doodle. I have my whole life, I think.
I
But
know. At like all my school papers and during class, I would sit and doodle. It's
yeah,
yeah, same.
me too. Me too. I need to keep my hands busy, so I'm always looking for things to keep my hands busy.
The
And
original fidget toy. I can't talk.
right? Yeah,
Doodling.
doodling. I used
The
to doodle when
original
I talked on the
fidget.
phone.
Yep.
Well, I had the cord stretched clear across the house.
Oh
I would
yeah,
be
under doors and over the
right.
cat. Yep.
Yep. These kids today, they've got it easy. They have no idea the struggles.
No. No clue. Call waiting, and then you click over and it's not your friend, it's somebody who wants to talk to your mom.
Right.
She's not
Yeah.
here right now. Toby, I see her car in the driveway. Well, she's not here because I have to talk to Lacey. Call her back later.
Or being on the phone and having more than one phone in the house and somebody else picking up the phone and starting to dial, like, because they don't know you're on the
Oh
phone.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And how about when we got like three-way calling? That was just
Ye-
so monumental
Right.
when you
Yes,
could have
absolutely.
more than one girlfriend on the phone at the same time.
Right.
And the gossip could truly take place in a very um, enriching way. Yeah,
Yep, for sure. Those were the days. Yeah, these kids today, they have no idea how easy they've got it.
that's for sure.
My kids are probably all rolling their eyes at me right now.
We were watching Throw Mama from the Train the other night, me and my hubby, and when Billy Crystal was out on the beach and he was drinking, and then I don't think his car would start. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there were no cell phones." Like,
Right?
I've definitely become dependent and think to myself, "I would never wanna go without a cell phone to on a road trip or in the middle of nowhere." The middle of nowhere really creeps me out. I was watching this guy who was doing tiny homes. He's just like, "You need just a farm in the middle of nowhere." And I'm like, "No, sir. I think that I'm past that in my life. I don't think I like the middle of nowhere anymore."
You need to be able to see your neighbors.
Yeah. I used to live in a place, and the first time I brought my hubby out there when we were dating, he was like, "You live here alone? I don't even want to be out here at night." I lived on like a 300-acre ranch.
Oh,
And he's
wow.
like, yeah, he's like, "No, I would not do this." It was haunted, but we won't talk about that.
That's not good.
Scarred me.
Well, I guess maybe for some people it would be okay. For me, not so much. I'm just scared, so
I
that's
don't
not
like
my
being
thing.
scared.
Yeah,
I've
me
never
neither.
liked scary movies. I was about 13 when I realized my all my girlfriends, we were having a slumber party and they wanted to watch Silence of the Lambs. And
Um,
um I walked away from that movie and I realized I didn't have to watch scary movies anymore. I realized it was a choice and I was like, "Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone."
right.
And I've been empowered ever since that moment and I don't watch scary movies.
Yeah, me neither. I don't like scary ones.
Not
I
my
don't
thing.
mind thrillers, but I don't like the guts and gore and all that. That's not my thing. But I like mysteries, I guess, more.
I do too. I do like mysteries
Yeah, me too. But other than that, no.
because I like puzzles. I realize I have a brain that likes puzzles, like figuring things out, solving things
That's a good brain to have.
when it works right.
That would be my problem. I don't like puzzles. My problem is when I start a puzzle, I cannot stop working on it. This is my issue. So if I do a puzzle, it has to be kind of
Small so
smaller.
you can finish it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I get it. Oh yeah, Carrie's saying you remember when you would leave the house with a quarter so you could make a call, so you could call home.
Right? Now you don't even see payphones anymore.
I know. Well, that was the other thing about Throw Mama from the Train. Danny DeVito kept trying to call him from Hawaii, and it was like all these payphones, and they were like different props. Like one payphone was in a pineapple, and it was so funny, and it just took me back.
Oh, I love watching movies from the 80s, and especially I love introducing Sophie to them because she's
Hmm.
still like my one kid that will kind of watch stuff like that with me. And so I like introducing him to her and letting her see what life was like.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I've been showing Sparkle Hearts some rom-coms, not too many. The Princess Diaries, Runaway Bride. Um,
Oh,
and
that's a
so when
class.
we watched Ocean, I was like, "You know her, Julia Roberts, you know?" And I like Notting Hill.
Oh,
I like all
yeah.
those.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's my speed. I like love and laughter. It's what I like. Biddy, Hollywood bit you. Same happens to Mr. Cool Johnny.
Oh, Di said it's 1
Ah,
a.m. She's out. Oh, thanks for showing up, Di. We love you,
yes, thank
Di.
you. Rest well, sweet dreams.
Right? It's so funny that she has so many American followers. I mean, it's on pretty much most of her channel. And and she's in Australia where the time zone is totally different than ours.
I
And
know.
kind of
And
crazy
I
to
have
think.
quite a few Aussies, which I love.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of Aussies on here.
I like it. Doodle or tangle. I love that I tangled something, but I wrote doodle. Whatever. Good thing this
I
deck is
think it's
just for
really
me.
cool. I love that. So very cool.
Have we convinced you guys to make a crafty deck of cards for yourself yet?
Maddie said it's a generational thing that she likes the Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, etc.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. Yes.
Breakfast Club. Yeah. That was always a good one. 16 Candles. All those.
Pretty
John
neat.
Hughes made a lot of movies I liked.
Yes.
I'm at the John Hughes speed of life.
Yeah, he kind of dominated in the
Yeah, he
80s,
did.
really, with the Brat Pack and all of them.
And then, Billy Crystal and all the Harry Met Sally. Oh my gosh, I love Meg Ryan. And
Yes.
of course, Forrest. I can't think of his name right now. Tom
Um,
Hanks. I love
yeah,
Tom Hanks. From
I love
Big
Tom Hanks
to all
too.
the things. All things. All right.
Dawn H says it's been on her crafty to-do list and she doesn't know why she's never done it.
It's fun.
Right. And it's easy.
It's
And it
easy.
can be as simple or as like mine are pretty simple. Bitty pennies are a little bit more complicated and artsy, but very cool. I love them.
I'm just doing a little sample.
Right? I love that. I think it's a great idea.
And I just, with the ones that I made before for Craft Roulette, it's like it was a lot of work, honestly, because I had to cut all my cards and then glue my paper on and stamp it. It wasn't a lot of work, but I don't know. There's something refreshing about being like, well, I'm just going to pull this one from the deck and slap something on it, whatever my prompt is.
Right? Karen McCoy said she was watching Big yesterday. Oh yeah, that's another good
I
one with
love
Tom
Big.
Hanks. Yes, me too.
We have a really great toy store in Austin, and they have the Big machine, the fortune teller one that he like transforms him.
Oh wow.
They have one in the toy store. It's so
Oh,
cool.
that's
And you
cool.
can get the card and everything. I'm a little scared of it. I haven't done it yet.
All our toy stores are gone. They
Oh,
got rid of them
really?
all. Yeah. Yeah, they're all actually a lot of our brick and mortar stores are disappearing.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. And the
that's
mall, there's just the malls are pretty much empty. A lot of them they've
uh
torn down.
malls are coming back, they say.
Really?
Yeah, which is cool. I like it.
Is there still the mall in Austin that has the skate rink in it?
Uh,
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. There's one in Dallas that does. It has an ice skating rink, the Galleria. I don't know if they have one in. Oh, you know what? I think they. Gosh, I don't think that mall still exists. I do think there was one here on Anderson Lane. I think I
We
know
gotta
what you're
remember
talking about.
it was like 30 years ago. So the likelihood
Yeah,
that it's still
it's been
there is probably
transformed,
slim.
but yeah. Who is live? Well, Jay, hi. It's
Hi,
me and
Jay.
Beth from Happy Place Crafting. And I just have to read this comment. Don H says Moonstruck is one of my all-time favorites. I adore that movie, and I was telling my husband he needs to see it. I don't think he's seen it. I also love Mermaids with Cher and Winona
Oh,
Ryder.
yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cher
yes.
was another kind of like iconic, actress back in the day, in the
Mhm.
80s especially. I love Moonstruck too. We were
And
just
Mystic
talking.
Pizza. I remember liking Mystic
Oh,
Pizza. I haven't seen it in
yeah.
ages. Some of these movies, like, I have such a kindred feeling about them, and then I go back and watch and I'm like, "Well, that was a different experience." Also, the other thing is what my husband and I have come to realize is that we grew up with edited versions of things too, because it was always on TV and it was edited down, like words were taken out, whole scenes were taken out.
Right.
And so we'll remember something fondly from our childhood and we'll go back and watch it before we show it to the kids. And we're like, we're not showing this to our kids. This is crazy. And then that's what made us realize, oh, we were seeing the edited version. Aha.
Right. Like Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Right?
Like, nope, you're not watching that.
Jaws, the first opening bit of Jaws. So luckily it was mainly just the opening bit. So my husband's like, I just fast forward it past that part and then we'll show it to him. Okay. Flo's gonna be right back. Mask. Mask was good.
Yes. Oh, that was
Yes.
really good. Oh, Karen McCoy said Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, that's a
Oh
classic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember liking Red Dawn too.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I think I just like Patrick Swayze.
Right. What's not to like on that one? I'm waiting for them to, how like they're remaking everything. It's like they've
Yes.
ran out of ideas, so now they're remaking everything.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering when they're going to start remaking all the 80s movies and trying to like redo those and make them relevant to today's teenagers.
I don't think we understand today's teenagers, so it'll be a
Right.
while. They're gonna have to grow up a little bit and tell us because I don't get it.
Right. I agree on that.
I don't get it. Bless their hearts.
I don't know. I'm glad that I'm not a teenager at this day and age.
Oh,
For
me
sure.
too.
Yeah, I don't think I would have survived it. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. They gotta have some thick skin, I feel like these days. Oh wait, did I not do maps? Or did I not
I haven't
cross it
done
out?
maps yet either.
Oh
I
no,
was
I did it. I just didn't
trying to
cross
do
it
washi tape and then it turned into frame.
out. Oh.
So
Oh,
no
Frame is a
frames.
good one. I don't think I had that one. I need a few more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
We can stop anytime, by the way.
I don't need to stop.
You're good?
What? I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I just need a few more ideas. Spit some ideas, chat. I know you all have to have more ideas. Maddie doesn't bother with remakes if they're classics. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I agree. But some things actually I think
Are
are,
better.
yeah, like The Little Mermaid, when they just redid it, I thought it
Uh-huh.
was way good. I loved it. So,
I
like,
like the new Jumanji's better than the old one. And I never thought I'd say that because I love Jumanji so much.
right? Yeah. So some things I think because of how far, technology's advanced it, they're able to make them, you know, better. My grandkids just went and saw the new Lilo and Stitch
Oh, I
movie
really
last
want to see
weekend.
that.
Yeah. They love Lilo and Stitch, especially my granddaughter. So she has Stitch everything. So
Oh.
of course they had to go see it and they loved it.
Hi,
Yeah.
Amanda. Welcome, welcome. I have combo cards. That's right, Karen. My heart goes
Right.
out to teenagers now. I feel like I grew up in a carefree times. Yeah, they don't have to deal with, yeah, I know. I know, Maddie. I agree. It's different. Life just hits different now than we were much more carefree. I mean, just
Right.
come home when the street lights come on. That was our curfew, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, and I can remember like riding my bike all over town and like we lived in the city and now there's no way kids could do that. There just isn't any way. I would never
Yeah,
let my kids do it. Yeah. It's just too dangerous now. We were lucky
we were.
for sure. I need a frame. Where is a frame? Right here. I'm gonna grab one of these, a little one, because I like your idea of doing that.
A frame?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna
Yeah,
use a little frame.
it just kind
I'll
of
put it
popped
on
up.
here for frame.
Wasn't even planning
A
on it.
good
It was a
idea.
scrap on my desk.
Ooh, that's cool. Is that real that you're using? The real?
This is washi tape.
It is
Mhm.
pretty authentic looking.
Yeah, and it comes in different colors. I got it from Journal Say.
Very cool. Do you ever think about all the stuff that you've gotten rid of over the years, thinking it was junk and that you wish like now you had it, like phone books and things like
Right?
where you just tossed thinking, yeah, we don't need this anymore. And now you're like, oh, I wish I had a phone book. That would be so cool.
Yearbooks. I always like projects that people make with yearbooks.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to cut mine up, but I'd cut somebody else's up.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Numbers. Let's stamp some numbers on here.
I know it's probably like rude. And if y'all hear my stomach
Well,
grumbling, I'm sorry. I feel like it's like grumbling right into the microphone. It's like, as
I
this is
can't
where the
hear
microphone is, I have something to say. Feed me.
it.
Let's try this again. All these scraps on my desk are definitely coming in handy.
Right? A good scrap buster too. See, there you go.
It is.
Another great reason to do it. I can't wait to use them. I think it's going to be so much fun. And it's hard to always come up with ideas, especially, like um, doing videos and things. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of another, you know,
I
might be
think
able to.
the craft roulette version, like having categories, is a really good idea because I think like I would need more than these prompts because these are things I would normally just grab for anyways. I keep
Right.
doing it. I am keep making these with these prompts, but like I feel like I need like folio, ephemera, or like I don't know, scrap buster. Like I need the project part of it all.
Right.
Because everything I've made so far are things that I do or reach for. So far, I would say mine are supply based, like eyelets and yeah.
Right. Tickets. I know I have tickets around here somewhere. Hi, babes. Sophie's awake. It's only 11 o'clock.
Sophie,
You say hi to Vinny Penny and everybody?
hi. We miss you.
I told her the other day, I'm like, it's going to be summertime. Does that mean that you can come hang out with me every once in a while now? She's like, I'll think about it, Mom.
We're gonna have to start like a fund, a Sophie fund. We're gonna have to start sending in contributions to keep her interested.
Right? I'm like,
Send some super chats Sophie's way.
come on.
I only have 1 day left.
I know. I was telling her one day.
You got this. The last day is always the best.
I have exams on the last day.
Yeah, I think she has 2 exams.
Now that's lame.
Right? I said, why do they wait till the very end to do the exams? And she's like, Mom, if they didn't, nobody would come to school the last week.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I guess so. You missed all the excitement. Your other sisters were on here. Katie's on here, and
Well, now I'm on.
yeah, now you're all my girls. All my girls. That's so nice.
Lately.
Yes, you all have been showing up for me lately. I really appreciate that. For sure. For sure. Must have done something right.
I'm very not well.
You're not feeling good. Your nose all stuffed up. It's because it's
here.
up. She's still here.
The weather. Snowing?
No, it's not snowing. I'm looking for a book page. I hope it's not snowing. If it's snowing, we've got problems. Maybe it's a tree or something that's releasing pollen or something. I don't know. Here's a piece of a book page. Make sure. TPs. Yeah, I think this should be all right. We'll just take a piece of it.
I really like storytelling, so I think it would be kind of cool to like give myself some prompts that are like story based.
Right?
Like in the woods.
That would be very cool.
Something like that. Sophie, what are you going to do this summer? Are you taking driver's ed?
No.
No.
I'm not.
No.
Not into it? Not feeling it?
Yeah, I'm not ready to start driving yet.
Well, that's good.
Right.
Don't do it till you're ready. There's no rush.
No, I think you'll be a good driver. You'll do fine.
No, I don't think I will.
I think you'll be okay.
I think I'm gonna have road rage, probably.
No.
Maybe bad.
I think you'll be all right.
Well, I think I'm returned until November.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to get it till November here. So I think you have to be, what, 15 and a half?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. But
You have to be what?
15 and a half.
15 and a half. Oh, our son could start. He's 14. He turns 15 in July, and he can actually do the first 3 weeks of the written portion. And then he can come back and do the driving portion once he's 15.
Huh.
And then he'd come back at 16 and get the get the license.
Right.
Well,
Well, that's
Sophie, we miss you, dear. You're such a
right.
delight. Sophie is not feeling great and she just woke up, but she's hilarious and a whole lot of fun when her and her mom are hanging out together.
My buddy.
I tune in for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, she's pretty popular on my channel.
What can I say? I'm my life.
Right. Okay, don't be getting a big head over there, ma'am.
It's the two of you together. It's the mother-daughter, the duo.
We have a pretty good relationship for the most part. I drive her crazy the older she gets, but she
That's
puts up
normal.
with me. She puts up with me.
At least you go outside with pants on.
Right? It could be worse.
Bye, Carrie. Have an awesome day.
Oh, Linda
And
feels
weekend.
to the Beth and Sophie team.
Hi, Anne. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna go eat breakfast.
You're gonna go eat breakfast so you can stop sniffling. You should see if there's probably some cold medicine in the medicine cabinet. I'll come try to find it for you in a little bit.
Okay.
Make yourself some hot tea with honey in it. Lots of honey.
I don't like tea. She doesn't like tea.
Mm.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna go over well. She'd be like, no,
Yeah.
she doesn't do that.
Okay. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
babe. I love you. She's used to popping in and me being in here anyway, so she's probably just like, whatever, it's just normal.
Right. Yeah. Everybody knows. My mom will call me on a Saturday morning now before 8. She's like, I had to call you before you go live.
Right. And your husband will call you during the live.
During a live every time. Bless his heart. Okay, I'm branching out and deviating away from my original list because it's great and all, but I'm going to get to like the mystical list. All right, what was the last one I did? I did paste. I know that's on here.
What are you going to do now?
One of my projects can just be like, keep working on your deck of cards. Because I've got way more than I've actually made yet. Where's paste, you guys? Y'all see it? Okay, let me start at the beginning. That's the other thing. I'll have a list of something and I'll start in the middle. Why don't I just do things in order? What is it, brain? I don't see paste on here. I could have sworn I put it on here.
I thought you did too, but I don't see it either.
That is weird. All right, no worries. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to check it off. All right.
I thought we even talked about it, which is the weird thing.
Even Dawn, I think, mentioned it. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Is I read Dawn's comment.
And then we didn't write it down because I don't think I wrote it down either. Now that I'm looking at it.
Everyone says bye to Sophie and hope she feels better.
Oh. Dawn's gotten 21 cards made so far. Go, girl.
Okay, Dawn.
I can't wait to see hers. I hope you share them, Dawn. Because that's the cool thing. I mean, everybody can be doing the same thing, but they'll all be different. So that's the cool thing. I like to see everybody's takes on things. Oh, she said that's when the glitch happened. Desiree's on.
Hey, Des.
Hi, Desiree. I'm borrowing Bitty Penny for the morning. If you don't mind.
She probably welcomes the reprieve. She's like, take her off my hands, please.
Oh, I thought you guys were great last week, though. It was so fun to listen to you, the two of you. I loved it.
Yeah, she's such a close friend that like it's just easy. It's just like we know. I feel the same way with you. Like even though this is our first time to craft together, which is crazy, but you really do get to know people. I feel like here in our community, and
Yeah,
then just do what we do. We just get together and gift of gab and craft, and it's fun.
it is. It's very fun. We are so lucky. I did not know. I thought
Blessed.
yes. Yes, very much so blessed.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, Des. Not at all. But oh, Desiree, I saw your text and I know I didn't respond. Sorry. I was actually waiting because I knew Beth would be here. And so Beth, Desiree's looking for a new sewing machine. Which one do you have? Because Beth's does all the cool stitches, does, and mine does nothing special. So you don't want mine.
Mine is, oh, this is comes off of here. Okay. Um, Mine is just a brother. It's not like a fancy expensive one. And mine is the Project Runway edition. And
Oh,
I think that's why it has so many different
stitches on it.
stitches on it, is because of that. But usually the brother machines have a lot, but this one might have more because of that.
The
I
Project Runway one is a very popular one in the junk journaling community, and it seems to hold up well. How long have you had yours?
Oh my gosh, I've had it for oh at least 10 years or more, probably.
Oh, that is impressive. Mine
Yeah, I've
never
had it
lasts
for a
that
really
long.
long
I
time.
don't oil mine or maintain it in any way. Do you?
I clean mine a little bit now, especially because when you're using paper with it, um,
Yeah,
it kind of gets like fuzzies from the
it
paper.
does.
And so I do clean it sometimes to try to get all that gunk out of there so it runs smoother. But other than that, no, I really don't do any maintenance type stuff to it. And like I bought it at Walmart. It was not expensive when I bought it. And it's, Brother is a brand that I really trust. So,
Yes.
um, yeah, I've had it forever. And it's so funny because when I started junk journaling, when you introduced me to this world, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Um, I really liked the fact that you could sew on paper, but I came from a world where you use a fabric world where your sewing machine is used for sewing on fabric, and that's pretty much it. So I had bought this tiny little um sewing machine. It was like $20 or something like that on Walmart, thinking I would use that to for the paper, right? But it did not work. It was $20 for a reason. And yeah, it didn't do what I needed it to do. And so I just was like, you know what? I don't really sew that much with the fabric side. I do every once in a while, but not a lot. And I figured it would get more use using it, with paper. So I just started using it for that. And it's been fine. I laugh at myself when I think about buying the other one. But live and learn. There's some things that I bought in the very beginning that I'm like, I probably really didn't need that. But you just don't know until you get into it and start doing it what you really need or want to use. So
Same. I think part of that, like in the card making community, everyone's used to always getting new releases, new product, new product, new product. And when I came into the junk journaling community, I would see someone use something like time cards. And I thought, oh, I need to go buy time cards or CD sleeves or this or that. And it's really not like that. It's really quite different in that way where it's like you don't have to use the same things. You don't actually need to go buy.
Right?
You
Yeah.
can if you want to, but you don't. So I find that I was kind of like that in the beginning. Um, I amassed things I've never really come to use for that reason.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, oh, I'd really like to have that. And then there's some things like that I would see and I couldn't afford at the time. And so I figured out a way how to make them like hole reinforcers. I like figured out a way to make those on my using my Cricut. But then just the other day, I just bought a pack of them because they were like $1 and they're already,
Exactly.
they're already sticky on the back. And I'm like, okay, I'm never making
And
these again.
you can distress them any color you want.
Right. So some things are like worth paying the dollar for instead of
Yes.
making them. Plus they're sticky, so you don't have to put glue on them. There's like upsides to it. So sometimes I laugh at myself about that kind of stuff too. Like, okay, girl, you're getting a little too ahead of yourself here.
I still put glue on them. I can't help myself.
Oh, even with the sticky stuff. Yeah.
Of course. It needs to last at least 900 years. I have to
Well,
put that much glue on it.
I was making something the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is 500 years from now, this thing is still going to be glued. It's still going to be together and nobody's going to need
Exactly.
it to be.
I bond things together like it's cement.
I'm just putting a Brad on this one for Brad's. A teeny tiny little Brad,
Perfect.
right?
Anyone just joining, we're making creative decks of cards for ourselves to like have prompts on them. So that's what we're doing today. In case you're wondering, what in the world are they working on? That's what in the world we're working on.
Right? Like,
Um,
what are they doing? They have lost
I
their
have to
mind.
say, the deck of cards for $1, just like the point you were just making about hole reinforcers, 100% worth it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
I know we
Yeah.
have all the paper in the world. I get it. You don't have I know. You don't need to go buy anything. But this is really working for me. I'm liking it personally.
Right. Yeah, me too. I like it as well. I think it's and we could have sat here and cut all these, whatever size we wanted them to be, but it saved a lot of time. Sometimes it's, like a balance of is the money worth saving the time type of thing.
Exactly. The ease of just and what I like about this is I can just keep these extra cards in here. And the next time I want to sit down and keep working on this list, I just have to grab a card and just go for it.
Right? Yeah.
I like that about it.
Yeah. Very cool. Very great idea you had, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. It all came from our conversation. I was like,
Right?
what? You're going to buy a crafty deck of cards? Let's make them.
She said, nope, you're going to make it. Fibers. Oh, let me think. Fibers.
Sal, hi. You're going to make some coffee? That sounds nice. Yesterday, I was really struggling. The night before, my brain just would not shut down. I don't know if y'all have nights like that where it just won't stop thinking stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense and won't help you in your real life, but it just won't turn off.
Yes.
That happens to me. And so yesterday was a struggle. And I went back. I never go back for a second cup of tea, but I did yesterday. I was like, I need more. Give me more.
Right. Sometimes you just need that little boost.
Yep. or a whole lot. I could I could have used a whole lot of boost yesterday. Where is my stapler? My tiny attacher. I thought I had it out.
That's so funny. I lost mine yesterday, but I found it, but it wasn't where I thought it should be. I am getting better about that though. They had in January, everybody has all their reorganizing their craft room videos.
Oh yeah.
And so I was watching some of those, but the best thing I learned was to put things where you would look for them. And that's even if it doesn't make sense, that's where they should be. Because
Interesting.
because that's how your brain works. So, like if I'm looking for something and I can't find it and I'm thinking, gosh, why isn't it there? And I do eventually find it, I end up putting it where I was looking for it to begin with, because that's where I'll look for it next time. So, because that's just how my weird brain works. So, yeah, that was the best thing I learned from all of that and watching all those videos.
Vicky, hi Vicky, Vicky Vegas. Love the name.
Right?
She says, "Yeah, I had those junk machines too." I think she's talking about those junk sewing machines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Not worth the time or the energy. I'm here to tell you, do as I say, not as I did. Because it
Oh,
was not worth it.
and Desiree says, "I'm saving my story of the sewing machine debacle for tomorrow's live." Yep, I cried a little. Oh boy, we're all going to have to tune in for that, Des. I know it's a good one. I just have
Aw.
a singer, basic. She's basic, but she's good. I mean, she's a heavy duty singer, but she doesn't do anything special. She's got a zigzag and a straight stitch and some other things I don't understand, but nothing special. Okay, I need a plot twist over here, you guys, to start throwing out some plots for my cards, because that's kind of what I've got Into the Woods, and so far for my plots, I've got In Her Feelings and Into the Woods.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, that's very
I
good.
need some plot twists, y'all. Here's one that can have a plot twist, and I'll just wait for y'all to give me some, and I'll keep making more. Love the ace.
Those are
Ace of
very cool.
base.
Very cool.
Really, I have to thank Mary Gunn because her colors are kind of like this, like dreamy fruit. What else is she? I have dreamy sunny days, 1950s theater, succulent garden, floral wreath, starry night. Like I love those on the ground. Like yes.
Right. Yes.
Oh, Shakespeare. I used to like Much Ado About Nothing. Magical Voyage. Yes, flying balloons. Yes,
Ooh, that's
y'all. I like
cool.
Magical Voyage. I'm going to do that one on here.
Gwen said
Need some
Shakespeare. That's kind of
plots.
cool. Sophie just finished up Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love the Baz Luhrmann version of that with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I used to love to go to Shakespeare in the Park.
Me too. Me too. My aunt used to take me when I was younger. She was the cool aunt. She took me to all the musicals and plays and things.
Oh, that's cool. My mom loved all that, so she would always take me. We'd always go see the local theater was pretty good. A lot of college students and families and stuff, but it was really good. And I mean, my mom was huge. She loved musicals. She loves like Rogers and Hammerstein. I grew up with The King and I and all of
Right.
those.
Yes.
This piece is awkward.
I still watch all those. I just watched South Pacific not that long ago.
Speeding down the highway. Ooh, I like that one. I gotta get this magical voyage done. I think I might have to use the train. I love the train. The suitcase. Let me grab the suitcase. I have been doing some research for our trip coming up when we go this summer to Paper Ganza. The whole family's going, so we're making it a summer vacation.
Very cool.
And been doing my research on Route 66 stuff. Next year is 100 years of Route 66. So some of the places are being kind of like revamped, getting ready for it. And my mom has always liked Route 66 stuff, my mom and my dad. So I think I'm going to plan a separate trip and take her with us and take her on Route 66.
Oh, that would be neat.
But we're going to see a little bit as we go this summer as well.
That would be very cool.
Okay, so this one is Magical Voyage. Yay. I think I'll throw a paper doll on it because I can. I've got plenty.
Jill wants to know, has anyone purchased anything from Peachy Keen Stamps? She did for the first
Yes.
time and loves their little kid stamps. I have never heard of Peachy Keen, but now it makes me want to go see.
It's been a long time. I didn't even know they were still in business, but you can't go by me. I don't keep up. But yeah, they used to have kits and things. Oh wait, Peachy Keen. Okay, that's a different one. Yes, yes, yes. I have Peachy Keen. They're great. They have really great faces and really cute stamps. Also, they have digital. You don't have to buy physical product. You can buy a lot of their stuff digitally as well. And you can watch Jill Norwood. She collaborates with Peachy Keen and works with Peachy Keen. And they had actually retired and closed, and she brought them back to business single-handedly. We can all thank Jill for that.
Wow.
Yeah, she convinced them, like, you had your own thing going on and y'all should come back and keep doing it, and they did.
Oh, good for
Yeah,
her.
I know. Jill is awesome. So yeah, I have some of their dies and stamps. Okay, this is Magical Voyage.
I need to grab a recycled item. What are we going to use? Oh, I think I see some. Hold on.
Oh, hi, Kathy. I need to send you your thank you card and everything still, but I was using my fan this morning. Ask Beth. She was here for it. I was like, uh-oh, Beth. Before we went live, I was like, I'm feeling hot and flashy today. Got to get my fan out.
She did.
I had a moment, and
Right?
you have saved me so many times, Kathy. Thank you. I absolutely love it. She sent me so many fun personalized things. I felt so loved.
Oh,
Hot flashes are real.
yes. That is a real thing. For sure. I think most of us crafters. I have my little fan here too. I do.
We were at Hobby Lobby the other day, me and Sparkleheart, and I stopped because they had like an end cap of fans. And I was like looking at them. She's like, why are you looking at fans? I was like, because I need more fans in my life. Don't judge.
Someday you'll understand.
I know you're 12, but there's a reason, okay?
Right? For sure. Ew, no, I don't like that. Yes, let's do this.
Hey, Froggy. How's it going? Has anyone purchased anything from Peachy? Oh, that was the one you read.
Yeah.
Okay. Under the Sea. Okay. Speeding down the highway. I've got to put that one on there. What, you guys, give me a plot twist for this flower garden one. Because I already have that one made, so all I need is a prompt for it. I'm loving this magical voyage version here. Very tone on tone, very monochromatic.
Yes. Very cool. What is the penguin sitting on?
A suitcase.
Oh, lovely.
Hard to tell, but a suitcase.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
You know what would be kind of cool is to sit here, like, is to pick a plot like magical voyage, and then on the back, I could write other things like tickets and things that I associate with a magical voyage. So
Right?
suitcases, tickets, things like that. That would be kind of cool too. That'd be another cool way to do them. Okay, I need speeding down the highway, and then I think the aces. Oh, I think I fixed it. The sky was so dark. Oh, Secret Garden. Yes.
That's
That's
very good.
that's a good one. I'll take it.
Good, Maddie. Gwen said Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Oh,
That'd be
yes. I
cool.
want that one too. Okay, I'm going to do Secret Garden, and then I'm going to make one for Beauty and the Beast. You guys are so good. I'm going to have to write some of these down because I can't stop the chat. That's recipe for disaster
Right.
around here. South Storm.
Just let it go.
Okay. Got this is Secret Garden, Beauty and the Beast, speeding down the highway. There was one about like nighttime, daytime, some kind of time of day. Let me go back and find that one. Under the Sea. Let's see. Froggy, I'm glad you're here for another live.
Hi, Pam. I think Pam is Ginger Cat Lady. Is that right? I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
you're
that's true.
right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I lost one, y'all. Ooh, a prehistoric prompt for dinos. That would be cool. I lost one. I saw one about night or day or something. The sky was so dark. There it is. I just need to go back further back. The sky was so dark. Okay, this is taking me right back to Throw Mama from the Train because Billy Crystal's character kept like getting stuck on like the night was. It was great. It's funny. Secret Garden.
Billy Crystal. He was in City Slickers too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was a good one too.
I feel like Secret Garden should hide behind the flowers and then like shh, it's a secret. Pull it out. Let's see. I can do that.
Sorry, folks, I was working off camera. I forgot my mind for a moment.
And we've got a narrow space here.
I was like, wait, they can't see what you're doing. They cannot see at all. Silly woman. I love these scissors. They are the best. It took me
The
forever.
Tim Holtz scissors.
Yes.
Yes, aren't they
Yeah.
lovely?
You know,
Worth
before
every penny.
yes, they are. Absolutely, I agree. Before I had them, I was like, what is a fuss about? If they're just a pair of scissors, why are they
Right?
expensive? Like, I did not get it at all. But
I know.
now, once I got them, then I realized, yep, there's a reason. Everybody loves them. Ooh,
They're just beefy.
Right?
Okay, Secret Garden, done. Magical Voyage, done. So, Pam, anyone who's joining us, we're making creative cards like prompts for card decks to get crafty with. Don't forget the back if you need added space. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you could think of prompts that go with these plot twists that we're creating. Okay, Beauty and the Beast makes me think of a yellow rose.
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Yellow Rose.
I've also got this lady here. She's a beauty. I'll take her. I just love printables because I don't have to sweat it. I don't have to be like, oh, it's so precious. I'll just print another one.
Right. That was my major thing about printables and why I think I fell in love with them is because I have all this paper and I have such a hard time because they do like stop making it, right? And then you're
Right.
never going to get it again. And so once you use it, it's gone. But not with printables. You can have it as many times as you want.
Exactly.
And that's the reason I feel like I use them way more because of that.
And you can resize them, which I also
Right?
love.
Yes. Like, who the heck is this person with you, BP? It's just me. It's Beth from Happy Place Crafting.
Yes. Sorry. I need to keep reintroducing you to the crowd.
I got to hang out. I get to hang out with Bitty Penny today.
Yay. I get to hang out with Beth. Super excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I was having a hard time going to sleep last night. And then I'm like, lady, go to sleep. Or you're not going to be able to do anything tomorrow.
Right. Be a crafting zombie.
Right? I was like, oh, but
there's a prompt.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a prompt for
those
you, the
flowers are
crafting
pretty.
zombie.
Those are some pretty flowers.
There we go. It's not yellow, it's fine.
Karen says she agrees. You use them instead of hoarding them, right? Because I do. I have tons of paper that I'm hoarding. Although I am getting better about it. Because I'm like, oh, why are you hoarding this? Like, just use it.
Right? Oh, gosh. Hey, Gloria. Yeah, I mean, you just got to chop it up.
Right? Just use it. For sparkle, I'm going to use, I bought these because Diane was using them on her journals to make them all sparkly. And I've never used them before, these stickles. Don't ask me why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've never used them. So I had gotten some and I
Great.
still haven't used them. So I'm like, yes, let's use them for sparkle.
Foiling, like metallic or foiling would be another good prompt.
Right. Yes, that would be a really good one. You know, I have this foiling pen that I bought forever ago, and I'm talking forever ago.
Are
And
the We Are Memory Keepers ones?
yeah, and I've never used it.
They are cool. I have them too.
I've never
I don't
used
use
it.
them often enough.
I need to get it out and just mess with it and use it. Why does this feel like it's all clogged up? Need a pin. I need a pin. Where did my pin go? Is it in here?
I don't know if Des is still here, but Des, I got my embossing folders.
Oh, here it is.
Hey, Gloria, did I say hi to you? I can't. I'm sorry. My brain's starting to short circuit. I feel like I just said hi to you and then I forgot. But you deserve more than one hello. So hello, hello.
Right. Do this dry quick. I feel like it's already drying. Pretty cool. Thinking I'm liking this.
Dawn, why weren't you and T live yesterday? I thought you both were live every Friday. Sometimes they need, I know sometimes things come up.
Right. I'm pretty sure that Tracy was taking a vacation week. And so, but Dawn was on.
Okay.
That. Where is the cute little girl's stamp from? You're not gonna really want to know. It's from Allie. I hate to tell y'all. And I've looked for it other places. I don't know where it originally came from, if they stole it from somebody or not, but I did buy it there. And it is,
AliExpress.
yeah.
If you're looking for cute little girl stamps, if you like vintage ones, go to Red Lead Paperworks.
Yes.
They have one of my favorite
Yeah,
collections.
they do
I'll
have
grab some real quick.
beautiful little girl stamps.
I mean, not saying anything about Allie. I just don't shop there, but that's mainly because of trust issues.
Right. Yeah.
I need to use my Red Lead stamps more. I'm just grabbing a couple so you can get
You need to make a little envelope.
a sense for what they look like. And then I need a hot rod. So I'm going to grab that while I'm up. For speeding down the highway prompt. Okay, so here's the Red Lead ladies. Girls. They're not ladies, they're girls. Don't worry, I'm going to show you more than that. But this is my collection of them. I have like these little girls. And then I've got this butterfly girl, I think in different sizes. Maybe I think I have her in 2 sizes. You can get them wood mounted. You can get them clean mounted. And you can get them in different sizes. I love this girl. She's great.
I
And
love her too.
I know. And I love her.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is so cute.
her with her dolly. Yeah, I really like Red Lead. So if you're wanting something that looks like that, like vintage little girls, they have a great selection. I don't have all of them because I'm practicing restraint. But yes,
Restraint? What's that?
that's what we'll tell ourselves anyways. It's not really true.
Do we know what that is? I don't. It's not compute.
It's really a joke.
I just made a tiny little envelope. That worked.
Looking for an automobile. Ooh, I like this one. Okay.
Sorry if you can hear the dogs next door. They just bark for no reason sometimes.
Can't. Mine's too busy snoring, so she's drowning it out.
Okay, good. good. Okay, texture. Oh, I don't
Between my dog snoring and my belly grumbling. We're
You need
good.
belly. Oh, it is noon. It's noon? Wait, we've been crafting that long? They're probably like sick of us by now.
See, that's how I feel every time. Welcome.
No idea. I thought we'd been on maybe an hour and a half.
I know this is what happens when you're having fun. We'll let y'all go soon. I know I've made quite a few cards. And you've got things to do. You can't take up your whole day. I get it.
Right. As much as we'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, I could craft with Beth for
Yeah,
3
me
days
too.
straight.
Me too. But
I'd be
meanwhile,
like,
y'all have
food,
lives.
sleep, what?
Di went to sleep in Australia and she's gonna wake up 8
Wake
hours
up and
from
we're
there.
still crafting
She's gonna be like, what is wrong with you people?
everything, everything.
For sure. I don't know why that won't stay down. Oh well. All right. Masterboard. I know that I have.
Karen says no rush over here.
Oh.
Blue Knight Rubber Stamp is still created their own here stateside and has an awesome stamps. Blue Knight. I need to check them out. I'm always trying to think of those stamp companies like Blue Knight, and then I can't remember. I think King Rubber Stamps or something like that. There's a few independent ones that I would love to shop at, but then I can't remember them when the time comes. I
Right.
need to make a list. Add that to that same crafty journal. Okay. This one is speeding down the highway with the radio on for sure.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Back to Jack.
Kim in Alaska said local King Rubber Stamp is Lisa Yang's company. Huh. I do like using red rubber still. I
Me
like
too.
I do like the fact that you can see through the other ones, but which does make it easier. But I still think the red rubber stamps better.
It does stamp
Personally.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still my favorite. Same. It would be great if I could see through it, but I don't do a lot of the layering and the different things that make that real critical for me.
Right. Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't do a lot
So
of the techniques that make that matter too much. And I'm fine with crooked, so
right.
there's that.
And if part of the stamp doesn't stamp, well, it's because it's old, it's grungy, it's vintage. So it doesn't need to
Exactly.
be, a totally clear image if we miss some of it. So yeah, that's my thought on it. But
You
I
know
do
it's homemade. It's handmade at that point.
right? For sure.
My most extensive stamp collection is from a small business in Canada. Lisa designs and manufactures her red rubber stamps. Oh, that is so cool. Unity Stamp Co. does the same thing. They don't manufacture a stamp until it's ordered, is my understanding. And they don't retire anything because of that. So they don't have, it's really smart business practice if you have them, the
Right?
machinery and the time.
So they don't have any like excess inventory sitting around.
Right. They just print or, make what is ordered, made to order.
Very clever.
Mhm. Yep.
Plus they have great designs. I love their
I
stamp.
know. I love Unity. I really do. Okay, speeding down the highway. Check. Do y'all have any other plot twist for me? The next one is the sky was so dark.
So very cool. I'm just doodling around the design on this card because I'm like, that's the doodle. So I can just doodle that.
Yep.
I have
Hey, Shay.
my stamp off book sits in the living room by my chair. And when I get bored, I just doodle in that.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, it's fun.
Usually by the time I make it to the living room to sit down, I have 0 brain cells left. 1 3/4.
Well, wait, doodling does not really require a lot of brain cells, but
It's true, but like I have nothing left to give.
that's it. You're done. Finished.
I'm done. If I've made it to the couch, it's all over.
Put a pin in it.
The day is done.
I get it. Let's see if I got a watercolor flower in here I can put on this. Watercolor. Somewhere in here, there's got to be something. Maybe not. I'm trying to find. I've been working on my watercolors. It's something I want to get better at. I've been watching Don and Karen McCoy, who's on here. They're all so good at it, and I'm like, I'd like to be able to do that. So I'm working on
Good.
it. Yeah.
I think I saw your flowers the other day. Whoops, cut off the part of the train that tells you that that's a train. All right. Whoopsie doopsie.
You can always glue it back together. It's just paper.
Yep. That's the beauty of it. It's going right back where I cut it off from.
It's just paper.
The sky was dark.
Here's one. I can use this one. Better. That's a very good one for that. I love it.
Printables to the rescue.
You just have all these just randomly sitting around your craft room.
Yes, that's why you can't walk in here. When we talk about like things just sitting out so we don't forget them,
Right?
I'm being very literal.
Just looks over and there's a train with a dark sky that just so happens to fit this perfectly.
Exactly.
Maddie wants to know if I did Karen's Rose Challenge, Beth. No, because I'm just not very good at it.
She's working up to it.
Starting. Yeah, I'm just kind of dipping my toe in a little bit. I have watched her make roses and I have attempted to do it, but mine are not very good. So yeah. But someday. That's a someday thing. We'll get better someday on that. Vintage. I'm not gonna use the vintage. Dawn, how many do you have done now? She's an overachiever today.
Yeah, she's like, oh, 52.
Right?
No big deal.
Like how the whole deck's done. While you two are over there blabbing, I've been working.
She's like, actually, I've made a journal too. So
right.
And some sourdough bread, because why not?
Right. And please send it here because
And my address is
right. Tried to get her to adopt me the other day, but she just didn't. She wasn't having it. She's
Zippy
probably
cat, is that a prompt? Because I like it. Or do they just have a zippy cat? I don't know, but I might steal that as a prompt. Okay, the sky was dark.
Ooh, Linda Gorman said, did you do one with Seize the Day or Days at the Seashore? That would be a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn says she told us that she said, I told you, ladies, I'm not playing with a full deck. Zal's son says adulting is overrated. I highly don't recommend.
I know. It's a trap, right, Zal?
It is. It's a horrible trap. Not a fun one. I'm trying to think what I did with seems my problem. I know that I have something and then I have to think about where my brain would have put it.
See, if you just don't put anything up, I mean, it's a
Right?
hazard. You won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to start leaving stuff laying.
It's an eyesore. I don't recommend it. Don't do it.
Ooh, that would be cool, but no. Um. Oh, that's for sure vintage.
The sky was dark. That one's done. I like Zippy Cat.
What was it?
Zippy?
Zippy?
Zippy Cat? I don't know if that was supposed to be a prompt for me. Somebody might have been talking about. Zal said someone has a zippy cat.
Dawn had to
So I don't
stop.
think it was a prompt, but I like it.
Dawn had to stop to change a toilet seat. She's not only a crafter, but she is a jack of all trades.
I replaced 2 light bulbs the other day and definitely patted myself on the back.
Right? That's impressive.
I'm just saying. And Linda, I was thinking about because I love the ocean so much. I was thinking something ocean related would be good. So let's do that next. I have this octopus stamp that I love very much. He wasn't out, he was in a drawer, but it's just, I know exactly where he is. So let's put an octopus on there. Need a hand? Let's see. Ooh, even better. I don't have to stamp them because I had some already done. Bonus.
There you go. And dots. And dots.
I hear my children making their own breakfast. I'm so proud of them.
Oh, we need to let you go here soon so that you can
No,
go.
it sounds like neglect, but it's not. They have to learn to do these things.
Yeah, that is
They're
true.
old enough. Like scientifically, it's been proven the more you allow your children to try things and, succeed or fail, the better off they are. Can't have people doing things for you forever.
Right, that is true.
And it's hard because, as an adult, sometimes I know it's been hard for me because it's like I could get it done faster. Or I could do it just my way or whatever. You have to kind of let go of some control there, I think. But you got to let them figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you're hungry. There's a fridge and a pantry full. It's good for them.
It is. You're right. I agree. I agree.
It's how we learn is by doing.
Dots, 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 dots. Right? Yeah, I mean, like when I can remember being younger and thinking, oh my gosh, why do I have to learn how to wash dishes? Why can't my mom do this stuff? But like, and like vacuuming and stuff like that, just simple things, or how to make a meatloaf or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm glad like that I did learn how to do that stuff because I know how to do it.
Yeah. And like I've always told my kids, you have to learn how to cook because you eat your whole life. Your
Right.
entire life, you will be eating. So you've got to learn how to cook and cook well so that you can enjoy what you're eating.
Right.
Yeah. My son really enjoys cooking. He always has. My daughter, I don't know, she just likes baking. Baking is her thing.
Two very different things, really. I
It
mean,
is.
yeah, I mean, like one, you really have to follow. Baking, you pretty much really have to follow the recipe, but cooking, not so much always. So two different beasts, really.
It is. It totally is. Pam says it's good parenting. Well, thanks, Pam.
There you go. Pat yourself on the back, ma'am.
Oh, octopuses. Yes, I love them. There's a guy who has pet octopus on YouTube. I'm sure there's more than one guy, okay, but there's one guy that popped into my algorithm recently. And he like gives them challenges and like they're so smart. Oh my goodness, they're so smart and very social. Very cool.
Wait, are we talking about octopuses?
Yes. Yes, we are.
They're social?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I learn all kinds of things on here.
Oh, yeah, because I'm so random. But yes.
Well, hey,
I
on
don't
Don's
know.
channel the other day, I learned that porcupines know how to climb. I had no clue.
I didn't know that porcupines could climb,
Yeah, I had no idea till I learned it on her channel.
which is kind of scary because not only do they have all those crazy needles on their back, but they have claws too.
Right? That's what I
With
was
that,
thinking.
right?
She said they climb up in the trees and go to sleep. And I'm like, really? I would have never thought that. And what if they fall out of the tree? They could get stuck in the ground with all those needles. Like, I don't know. Just saying. I had no clue, but now I know. So you come for crafting, but you never know what you're going to learn.
That's right. Got all kinds of useless information around here.
It will help you if
It's
you're ever like in the need of a trivia question about octopuses.
exactly right.
Then you'll be like, I learned that when I was watching Bitty Penny.
When I
Oh,
was 16, I had a hostess job and they had trivia nights with the little machines and people would come in and you get like, you get a machine and then you play trivia. I always wanted to sit and play trivia. I didn't want to do my job, but I did my job. I was very good at it. Don't know if it's worth it, but I have to cut out the little pieces. Don't try to catch the falling porcupine. My daily wisdom. Yeah, don't try to catch the. You're probably going to catch needles and claws if you try to catch a porcupine falling out of a tree.
right.
Let gravity take its course and then see what happens.
It is a cool looking octopus. That was a stamp.
Yeah, from Hero Arts from really long time ago. It's a layered stamp, so there's two layers to it.
Oh, that's
There's
neat.
the overall color, and then there's a detail stamp that goes on top.
Very cool.
I've destashed a lot of my older stamps, but none of my water. Like I have turtles and the octopus. I have whales and dolphins. I love the beach. I do not know why I don't live at the beach.
Right? Well, you're like in central Texas, right? So you're not that, yeah,
I'm only 3 hours away.
only 3 hours. You realize most states that you can like drive from top to bottom in 3 hours. It's only Texas that you can drive 3 hours and you're still like in the state.
I know, and I'm only 3 hours away because I am in central, you know?
Right.
I'm south, really, south central. But, like, it's 8 hours to New Mexico. It's probably 6 hours to the top, 8 to the west, and a good 4 hours, maybe 5 to the east to get to my borders.
Sheesh. Yeah. That's a pretty good drive.
Yeah.
When I lived in Texas back in the day, we lived in um, near Killeen because my then husband was in the military. Um, but when we would drive from there to Ohio, it was a 24-hour drive
Oh,
straight through.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a long drive, but it took us forever just to get out of Texas. And I can remember that, just thinking, oh my gosh, the first time we drove it, like, because Ohio, you can drive from the top to the bottom in 3 hours, easy, but not Texas.
Right. No, not Texas. I know, it's the same way in Europe, you know, you can be in a whole 'nother country in a couple of hours.
Right? Yeah.
We are not far from Killeen
Really?
because I'm at the north side of Austin. Yeah. So, I think I'm, 30 minutes from Killeen, maybe 45.
Oh, yeah, that's not that far at all.
I'm making that up, but it's about that. It's somewhere
Said I'm
in
lying,
that
but
range.
anyway, it's somewhere
In my
around that
head, that's how
ballpark.
close we are.
I loved it when I lived in Texas. I did, I did. If it would have been my choice, we would have stayed there forever, but it wasn't my choice.
In the military, nothing is your choice.
Yeah, no. No, we were there a few years, but I did love it.
Bye, Des. I'm gonna
Oh,
tune in for your sewing machine debacle.
John said yes. That's true, Beth. Cleveland to Cincinnati in 3.5. Yep. Easy.
I've been because we're gonna be in Missouri. Yesterday I was like, I wonder how far it is to Ohio. I feel like I need to go to Ohio. I feel like I need to visit you and Elizabeth, and I think Linda's in Ohio. I think John and Jill are in Ohio. There's a lot of fabulous crafters there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to make a separate trip because I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are quite a few crafters in here in Ohio.
Seems like the place to be because you'll have snow.
It's overrated, let me tell you. We don't really get, well, okay, where Jill and John is, they probably get a lot of snow because they're kind of almost like in the snow belt of Ohio, but where I am, we don't get that much snow anymore, really.
I couldn't live with snow. I can visit snow, but I can't live with snow, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't mind it as long as I don't have to drive in it. But if I have to drive in it,
Right.
it scares the bejeebies out of me.
Yeah,
So,
like I'm from Texas. When there's the slightest bit of ice or snow, we do not drive. It's the way I was raised.
right.
So I would never leave the house.
If you get caught on the roads, you get arrested. If there's ice on the,
Yes,
I
exactly.
remember that. Yeah. I
I
mean,
need
here,
an ocean prompt. So I have the octopus. I
right.
want something prompty for the ocean.
Hmm.
Happiness comes in waves. Karen McCoy broke up with snow. Seize the day.
I don't blame you, Karen. Oh, today is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Ohio is 12 hours from Dawn because she's up in the tippy top of the country. So what you're looking for a prompt for that?
I'm trying to think about one. I like I like Seize the Day, but I like kind of the
Like a Jacques Cousteau type thing. That's what that
Mhm.
reminds me of for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, I love Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, those kind of things. Linda Gorman said she would love for you to come to Ohio. The Hall of Fame is about 6 miles from her.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. We're going to have to make that happen.
Jill Pound says Snow is her ex-boyfriend.
Love it. Love it.
We used to get a lot. I mean, sometimes I can remember some winters getting so much snow that we like ran out of snow days for the kids. But the last several years, we just really do not. Linda Gorman asked me, "Where are you at in Ohio?" I'm outside of Columbus, but I'm like almost not in Franklin County anymore. I'm almost closer to like London, Ohio, actually, is where I'm closer to. Because I live like it's not far to get to the city, but I live clear on the furthest outskirts you could get. So I basically live in the country. I need to grab a napkin.
I think I have glitter on my nose.
It's better to have it on it than up it.
That's true.
Although if you're sneezing glitter, that might be kind of cool. Linda Veal said she has cousins who live in Cincinnati, Ohio. My oldest son lives in Cincinnati with his wife. You are outside Hilliard. Hilliard's like almost an hour from me, actually.
I don't know why, but I'm doing Enchanted Treasures. That doesn't have to necessarily go with the sea, but
I like that though. I think that's a cool prompt.
yeah. It could also go with like a flea market looking stuff. Flea market would be a kind of a fun prompt.
Yes, it would be very much so. Jill said my brother and his wife live in Groveport. My daughter Katie, she lives in Groveport. And that's about 45 minutes from me. They'll be driving by on their way to Paper Gansa.
Whoop whoop.
Right?
Just swing by and pick up Beth.
Right. What can I do with the napkin? I need to stop moving stuff in my craft room.
Ooh, Cheryl, you're going kayaking. That sounds like fun.
Right?
I took kayaking in college as my PE credit once, and I dropped out because the guy was too hardcore. He was like, I'm going to teach you how to go under the water and survive for 3 minutes. It's like a Navy SEAL. I'm like, that's not what I signed up for, dude. I
Right.
want to just casually paddle on a lake. I thought no, he wanted like whitewater rapids and Navy SEAL training. I was like, this is not the right fit for me.
Right.
And so I took Tai Chi, and then I ended up loving Tai Chi.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Well,
Yeah,
how about we do 2 more?
all right. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Found a piece of a jelly plate print.
Ooh, I love Swiss Family Robinson Crusoe.
Right.
How about something like California Dreamin'?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Pulling in like some of those song lyrics, going back to my original list. I looked over and it said music.
Right. That would be very cool.
I think this
I
girl
once
right here is
thought of one
California
for
Dreamin'.
music. Let's see, music. Where are those?
Hotel California. Yeah,
That would be cool too.
another good one. Oh, my sweet kids. I hear them in the other room. I love them so much.
At least they sleep in. The typical
Oh, yeah. When it
thing,
comes to summer,
right? Get to
full
sleep
advantage
in.
of it.
So I said to Soph the other day, I'm like, look, in a couple days it'll be summer, then you can be up all night and sleep all day like you usually do.
Yep.
I get it. Oh wait, here's some of that paper. I'm looking for this paper. I know I have all this paper that has music stuff all over it from that book I had. Here. No camp for the kids. Oh no. I've never sent my kids to camps.
No, mine wouldn't go even if I tried.
Yeah. I can't imagine Sophie camping, to be quite honest. I
Oh,
just,
yeah. No, that sounds like a way of torturing Carmen for sure.
right? I just can't even imagine. She'd probably not be very happy with that.
I went to a cool summer camp with my friend. Her family was like members of this kind of like, I don't know what it was. It kind of reminds me of like a timeshare or whatever, but they had a camp or they had like all these activities and stuff you could do there. And we went one summer and stayed for like 2 weeks. It was so much fun. We loved it.
When I was in junior high, we went like, I think it was in 8th grade. We went as a class to camp, like as a grade
Oh,
for a
wow.
week. Yeah, we went for a week to Camp Tar Hollow. And it was, we didn't stay in tents though. We stayed in like these little cabins. And so it wasn't really totally roughing it, but it was fun. I liked it. But I'm not much of a camping girl other than that.
I like camping. I used to go by myself when I was like 18 or, you know, young adult. I would go. But the last time I went by myself, I almost caught the place on fire. I had this lantern that my dad had given me. You know, the old kind that had the wick in it and it was a glass and they're usually red. They have wire around them and you like hang them up.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I hung it in the tree to go to the restroom and I came back and that tree was ablaze.
Oh
Almost
no.
burnt down oh my goodness,
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
That was my last solo camping trip. I started renting cabins after that. Hello, Lindy K. and Sean.
Right?
How's it going? We're making decks of cards for with crafty prompts on them.
I'm trying to find something for collage.
Whoops.
Let's see what I can get into. Oh, look, there's some pages in here from. Let's just pull some of these out. What the heck is that? There we go.
I need another prompt. I think this is showing that I need to read more books. I'm plot deficient.
Let's see. Another storybook one.
What about something woodland? Since we're talking about camping, something woodland would be good.
Like fairies and that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah. How about, you said whimsical earlier.
Yeah, like
Whimsical woodland.
yeah, like with big toadstools and
That would be good. All in the family. Ooh, I like that one.
yeah, that's pretty good, Linda. Oh, it's gonna be too big. I think
Deep in the forest. Ooh, I like that. I'm taking that one, Pam. Deep in the forest, and I'm gonna use this new to me stamp set from, I got it at Hobby Lobby. They're both bunny stamps are $1.99 now. Not on sale, just $1.99.
wow, that's really good.
I know.
Can't beat
I was
that.
like, okay, I'll take 3. I'm going to sand this again. These are really slick. So I have these Tim Holtz sanding disc. I love that he made these. And I'm just, when I want to stamp on these cards, I'm roughing them up with my sanding disc because otherwise it's not going to work
Yeah, it's gonna
out
slide
for
right
me.
off. It's gonna smear right off.
Yeah. Deep in the forest.
They've got some good ideas.
Yeah.
Campfire girls. They all
That
like
was
Deep in the
me.
Forest.
I like it.
Maddie said haunted house.
Ooh. But I don't like being scared is the only
Right.
thing.
Oh, what is this? Let's cut this out. Not gonna be able to use the whole thing. Maybe just a corner of it.
Red Riding Hood. That's a good one, Gwen. I love Red Riding Hood.
Right?
Man, I tell you what, those Brothers Grimm stories, though, pretty grim. I mean, grandma getting swallowed by a wolf and
Right, they are
someone,
pretty scary just in themselves. Like,
they're pretty intense.
yeah, they are.
I know when I had, my babies, my mom gave me this like Mother Goose story time book, and I read through, and I was like, I remember starting to read some of the classics. And I was like, no, wait, what? And I remember having to change the plot as I went along to make it more kid friendly. Whoops. There it is. Looking for my ink.
Right, even like Rockabye Baby in the treetop. What's the baby doing in the treetop?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she can't see what I'm doing. I'm using collage. I'm doing collage. I'm cutting some stuff out. I keep forgetting I'm off camera. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's just so weird recording in this format.
I keep forgetting I need to move further over here. Thank you for telling me that I am
Yes, keep us in line, please.
off rocker. That was something Sophie was really good at, telling me when I was out of frame. Like,
yeah, right.
Move back into where you're supposed to be. I'm just cutting, yeah, because so I'm doing collage for the card right now. So I have all these, like, I don't know, magazine pages. And so I'm just cutting some things up to do collage, a little one. That's all I'm doing. Ooh, I love those mushrooms.
Aren't those cool? $1.99.
Very good.
Can't beat that at Hobby
No.
Lobby.
Can't beat that.
And I got 2 others. Look at the postage one. Anybody who wants postage cancellation stamps, Bo Bunny. It's called Airmail, $1.99, Hobby Lobby. And then I got this Hippy Dippy one. Hippy Dippy Bologna, right up my alley.
Those are great. Those were
Yeah.
only $1.99 for all that whole thing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And that wasn't on sale. That's the everyday price. So you don't have to try to time it with a sale even.
Right. To get there 1 week it's on, 1 week it's off thing.
Right.
Right.
Oh, Janine, hi. She got them. She's like, yeah, I got those on my way back home.
Smart girl. Smart girl.
Okay, what was this one? Deep in the Forest? Oh, Mardi Gras sounds fun. Oh, Carnival. That would be fun.
Circus. Could do a circus one.
Circus, yeah. I like Campfire Girls too. Deep in the Forest. Okay. I think what I'll do. We'll show y'all everything we've made here in a minute. We'll do a recap. Uh-oh.
What?
It did it again, Beth.
Oh my goodness. It kicked us out again. Wait, I'll go out and come back.
Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
Sorry. No worries. No worries. Okay, get out of here.
Beth will be back. At least we know how to fix it now. I don't know why that's happening. YouTube is like, you two are done. You're cut off. And Beth and I are like, no, we're not. But we are almost done. Okay, she's coming back in, you guys. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why that happened. I think YouTube's trying to tell us something. I think
Yeah,
they're like you're done.
Yeah, they're like, Bitty Penny needs to go eat, and her children want to see her. You gotta let her go now.
There's a yard sale in the neighborhood with glitter signs.
Right. Right. You gotta check that out because we just have to know. You have to report back and let us know what the deal was.
Oh, I'm probably not going, but I am. My mom really wants to go to that creative reuse thrift store in Austin, and she's been asking me a lot. So I told her today I would take her.
Very cool.
So we're going to the creative reuse, and then there's another new thrift store that's real hip. That's close to it. When I say close, it's 20 minutes away, but whatever. And everything is $3.
Wow.
They don't price tag anything because everything is just $3. But it's like all clothing and shoes and purses and stuff like that.
Very cool.
The one where I picked up all those Hollywood actors, saved them.
Oh, right. On the free on the free table outside.
Yeah, yeah.
They probably would not like to know that they are free, but oh well.
I'm gonna put a little bunny or something on this. Something more woodland. Deep in the forest. I kind of want that fox. Let's see. Do I have one? No, I don't.
I love that. So very cool. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this so I can get the rest of the props. Get the rest of them.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me this long, Beth. I mean,
Oh, my pleasure.
YouTube can't even hang with us. And
Right,
thank you to everyone who's hung out with us.
right. Who's still sticking in?
I know some
Hasn't
true
kicked us to the
champions
curb
here.
yet.
He's a wolf. I know. I have a fox.
Ooh, that tree is cool.
Isn't that tree cool? I was kind of thinking about just layering that tree over my mushrooms.
Tree is very cool.
Because it's already done, and I'm being lazy at this stage in the game. I'm going to ink blend it brown.
All right, we need to put this turtle in here somewhere. Put him over here.
Oh my gosh. What time did we start? At 8? Oh, I think this is my longest live ever.
Uh-oh.
We've hit a record here. All right.
Well, I'm done decorating.
There's a first time for everything. Well, we'll share. I'm going to glue this tree on, and I'm going to let you go first, and you can share all your cards today.
Okay. While you're gluing, I will share. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't do this side of them because I liked this side. So, but yeah, I just went through and put the squares on them and the little place to do them, and that's sparkle. And then I've been going back and doing them like Bitty Penny was doing hers to just add some zhuzh to them. Stamping, washi tape. I hope you can see these.
You might have to hold them up close.
Can you see them better if I do this? Maybe if I brought, I'm afraid to bring you down. All right. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. Cheerios. This was recycled item.
That is better.
Okay. Quote. These quotes are like on the part that you throw away of some 12 by 12 paper, and I didn't throw it away. I just kept them because I was like, magazine clipping, fibers, torn paper,
I like
Brad.
your Cheerios recycled. Is that recycled?
Yeah, recycled item. Gotta have Cheerios. Film. I just put the film strip stuff on there. Music paper, maps, paper dolls, postage stamps, book page, tickets, numbers. Could have used this for numbers too, this frame. Music. These are this was from a book I got I've been at like a Goodwill or whatever, and it was full of record albums and stuff and what their
Oh,
prices would be.
cool.
Yeah. It was like to, tell how whatever the album is worth these days. And it was old, so it was from like the 80s, but still, it was pretty cool. This one's gel plate. This is just a piece from a gel plate image stencil, circles and dots, the vintage hand that we all used, watercolor. That was an attempt
I
from a long
love
time ago.
yours, Beth. I love how they came out.
Doodle patterns and a little bitty envelope that I made and stuck on there. So yeah, thank you.
I
They were
love
fun.
that.
I've had so much fun making these. I'm so glad you had this idea because it was really fun. And like, I'm going to make the rest of them and probably get another deck or so and make some more.
Yeah,
So,
like just make them till the cows come home. I mean, you
right?
can make your deck can just be never ending, right?
Right. Yeah. And you
I
see a
love
prompt
it.
on something like, you're watching craft roulette or whatever, and they've got a really cool prompt, and you're like, oh, I don't have that one. You can go add it to your collection.
Exactly. It could be the
Yeah.
never ending deck.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could see tabs and time and like there's so many things like it just never ending. Never ending. Well, here's mine. I do like the idea of putting these like in categories. So like these plot twist ones would be a category for me, but then I feel like a lot of mine are supplies or techniques, the first ones I made. So
Right.
I'm separating them. So we're going to start with plot twist here. And I can't see. There we go. Okay. Deep in the Forest, California Dreamin', Enchanted Treasures, The Sky Was Dark, and my ink is rubbing off because I did not ink blend that. Speeding Down the Highway. Love that
I
one.
love these. These are so
Beauty
cool.
and the Beast, Magical Voyage. This is Secret Garden, and I put Secret Garden on a little thing that because I stapled this on this cluster. Cluster would be another good one, by the way. In Her Feelings, Into the Wood. Oh, I did Into the Woods. What is this one? Deep in the Forest. Oh, hey, what do you know? And then paste, like, you know. So I think these are more like technique slash supply, but
Right.
postage stamps, sparkle, torn paper. This one is eyelets, and I, put that on with the eyelet. Quotes, scraps, collage, paper dolls, buttons, pocket. I had to make a little card that goes in the pocket. Um, embossing, doodle, frame, and washi.
So cool.
This was fun. This was a whole lot of fun.
It was. I am just tickled. Just tickled. It was so much fun. I can't believe the time went so quick. We will have to do it
Oh
again.
my gosh. I know. It's insane. My mom's here. She's going to be like, "What? You're still what?" I know, mom. This is what it's like when I get together with my friends. Unstoppable. Unstoppable crafting happens.
Oh, thank you so
But I
much.
love this. So now I'm going to keep these in my little box, and I love that again that the ones that we're making together are a different size than my craft roulette deck that I made.
Right.
So I can put it all in the same box and be like, what am I doing today? Oh, I'm going to do a journal. Oh, I'll grab these. Or if I'm going to do a card. I mean, these would work for a journal too, the craft roulette ones, but yeah, I like that. I
Very
like it
cool.
very much. One last thing I'm going to tell all of y'all is you don't have to just put one prompt on every card. When I was making my craft roulette one, I was thinking this is how you expand the deck. So this one has happy, this is like project, happy, thinking of you, or thank you card. You can put as many prompts on each card as you want. And then that's why I have dice in here because then you can roll the dice and be like three.
Oh,
Oh, one,
yeah.
two, three. Thank you card. Right? So you can
Right.
expand your deck that way.
That's a great idea.
Wow, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Beth, you're amazing. I love you. I'm so glad you
Oh,
were here with me.
thank
Can
you
we
so
do it
much.
again sometime?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love you
We'll have to
too.
set a
And
timer.
absolutely. Yeah. We'll have to set a reminder and say, all right,
Somebody's going to
ladies,
have to cut us off.
go home. You, you don't have to go home, but you got to get off of YouTube, ladies.
Right? Like you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right. Well, they did try to kick us off a couple times,
They
but
did. They tried and
we
we
just kept coming
persevered.
back to it.
We now know how to fix that.
Right? We know a workaround.
Well, we love you guys. There's the bird. It's time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yes, go binge Beth's videos. She's
Oh, y'all are
great.
so
Go check
sweet.
her out. Happy Place Crafting. And all of you are amazing. I love you guys so much. Love you, Beth.
Love you.
Everyone, have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. We love you.
Bye.